Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
It's tall. Shot intended, trying to paint it liquor each and every night. Because all she ever heard was lies. Raised on independence, don't know what it takes to be a wife. Cause her mama never taught her right. Shot intended, trying to paint it liquor each and every night. Because all she ever heard was lies. Raised on independence, don't know what it takes to be a wife. Cause her mama never taught her right. Shawty tend to drown the pain in liquor each and every night. She don't trust nobody, cause all she ever heard was lies. Raised on independence, don't know what it takes to be a wife. She don't love nobody, cause her mama never taught her right. She ain't got no manners, she was where her heart was put on ice. Sacred with her body, she celebrated like food stamps on the night. I ain't never met a chick with attitude colder than mine. She might say she left me, but I can sense that she full of life. She don't even really know her purpose in life, and her mama told her to never put her trust in the guy. Now she fucking just for the fuck of it and wondering why. And nobody crapping for hubby, but she living a lie. She don't even know to be a wife to a guy, cause her mama never showed her she gon' be single for life. But when she plan on having kids, she gon' have to adopt, cause don't no nigga want a woman with no value at all. Shot intended, trying to paint it liquor each and every night. Because all she ever heard was lies. Raised on independence, don't know what it takes to be a wife. Cause her mama never taught her right.
Where you been?
Chicha.
Hello,
Miss
people.
Miss Cat, you look like you got black eyes.
Tired.
Like you black eyes.
I'm tired. This is like my, oh my God, I should have slept like 3 days ago. Look.
Somebody gave you black eyes? You look like you got black eyes.
I know. I'm tired.
I'm at the whooping nigga ass. You gotta whoop a nigga ass, man. Gotta put up on them niggas.
It's just, I had a long day. I haven't slept in like 2 days, it feels like.
You been on that. Ooh, wee.
No. I am not on no ooh wee. His ex-wife, I saw her Sunday.
The tribe showed up live in effect. They in. What's up,
Hi,
Miss Gabby? What's up, Miss Nyla? How you doing? Man, shout outs to all the tribe members. Maria, I love the new picture. Okay, I like that. I like that. See, coming up in the world. I see you
I
getting
like when you
fancy. I
guys be
put
out
in
here right at 9:30.
Huh?
I said I like when they be on here right at the top of the hour.
I know I feel so special. Like I feel like I'm actually taken serious. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I just got it. What's good? She said, "Good morning."
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good evening.
What's up, Miss Trisha? I hope you had a great weekend. I know you went out this weekend. It was a hell of a week for you. You had a great show on Saturday night, so uh, I'm impressed
What were they
with
talking
your
about?
bounce back. They were talking about lady stuff, how you guys, bounce back from life and you guys were doing your thing. We was talking about the lady that had requirements and all these requirements. And she was like, "You gotta take me out to a nice dinner at least."
Wait, was it about the
I
single
have,
mom who was like the guy
yeah,
needs to like make sure it's worth her time before she goes out with him or
yeah,
something?
yeah,
I saw a
yeah,
little bit of that.
yeah. So I mean, it was definitely dope. What's up, Miss Maria? She said, "Look, Miss Maria giving shout outs to everybody." She's like, Biz, Cat, Harm. You know what I mean? It's family up in here, man. Look at this. You know what I mean? And look, I love when
Hey,
the ladies come through.
Pam.
You know why? Because the ladies brings the community. You know what I mean? You guys set the tone for the community. It sets the love and the vibe. So, you know what I mean? Love it. I love it, man. People, we talking about. We go, Miss Cat, I hope you
Yeah.
weren't too taken back from the topic.
No,
No?
I'm curious to hear what y'all say so I can correct y'all. How all the queens. Yeah, I
You
saw
see,
your message. I was like, okay.
I gotta juice the fire up, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes I gotta throw a monkey wrench in there, man. I just gotta keep it juiced. You know what I mean? With like a juicer or some shit. You know?
Oh my gosh, I bought a juicer. It was like $300, a waste of money.
$300.
Yes, at Bed Bath and Beyond. They have the good ones where you can like juice your fruits and stuff. $300.
Miss Cat, you
What?
spent $300 on a damn juicer. Did it
Yes.
give you superpowers?
No, I wanted the kind that like drains it so all the flakes and stuff don't be in your drink and stuff. But
Really?
by the time you cut up all your fruit and stuff, it's like $40, $50 every time you juice. I'm like, this is crazy. So I took it back.
I mean, at least did you keep the receipt?
Yeah, I was able to get my money back. I only kept it for like 2 weeks.
Gang gang. I mean, damn.
But if you're in the
Did it
juicer,
did,
you guys, Bed Bath and Beyond has a really good one.
did you buy that one? Was that $300?
Yeah, but I took it back because I was like, I'm not gonna be juicing like this. $40 to buy all this fruit and celery and stuff.
But then why even purchase it?
Because I know it was gonna be that expensive to like actually juice and make the juice.
Hold on. Did you look at the price before purchasing it?
Yeah, and I thought it was gonna be worth it, but then once I looked at the recipes and all the stuff you needed, like strawberries, blueberries, a whole pineapple, a whole cute, all this stuff,
It
and
just
then you
cause
juice it, right? And you're like, I just spent $50 on all this fruit, and I got to do this every 5 days.
you thought it was born. You thought it came with the fruits manufactured with it, huh?
Well, I just didn't think it was gonna be that much work, and you have to clean it afterwards. I was like, I'm
Yeah,
good.
I don't want to do anything. I just want it to work.
I'll go and get me like the little juices at Whole Foods for $5. She said,
She
just
said,
go to
"Girl,
Ross and get a juicer. All juicers are not created equal, Gabriella. Trust me, they're not. Some are not cold pressed. Some don't take out all the like seeds and whatnot stuff. They're not the same.
even whatnot stuff."
Yeah, like the peelings and stuff, like oranges, how it has like the little pieces in it. You can get the pulp or you can have it with no pulp.
Said that man bamboozled you, cat.
But
Cat
if
got
anybody knows
bamboozled with
how to
three hundred
juice and
dollar
they can
juice.
like do some juices for me and not charge me $15,000, I'm good. I would love it.
Damn, I would never spend $300 on a damn juicer. I'll just do the shit my damn self. He got us some scissors, a knife, motherfucking. We got a jar here. You get us water.
You cannot squeeze juice out of a pineapple that way. You have to literally use a
I'm gonna
juicer.
chop. Look, we gonna chop this pineapple up. That's what's gonna happen. We gonna chop this motherfucker up, and then we gonna beat the shit out. We gonna put it in the bag. We gonna beat the shit out of it. Or we gonna get some juices out of this motherfucker. We gonna get a juicer out this motherfucker. I'm gonna show you a true blender.
Well,
Hey, this
pineapple and
blender
ginger is
free
the best.
99. Hey, this blender free 99, Miss.
I would not use your blender. You'll step probably on a plastic bag and you crunching it all up. But they give you some good concoctions. It's good. It's healthy for you, actually. Like you can chop up your greens. Like you put a whole kale in there, a whole like celery stick, and it makes celery juice. You don't like celery juice? Carrot juice? Pure carrot juice? You're on mute. You're muted. I can't hear you. You're muted. We can't hear you. I hope you guys can hear me. We can't hear him. He's muted.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're low though.
Good. What about now?
You're still low, but we can hear you.
Do I got my Barry White voice?
Okay, now you got
You like the Barry White voice? Oh yeah. Yeah. Like that. I know, yeah. I've been trying to work on my Brian McKnight. It hasn't been working out too well.
I love Brian McKnight. Brian, come holler at us. Free concert, please. Do it for the Black children of America.
Yeah, for the Black children, not Miss Cat. Okay, sir? I'm watching you. It said a blender. I got a real blender machine. I'm gonna show you what's blend some shit up. Huh?
You cannot juice with a blender.
I'm Miss Cat. I have a hammer and a knife and and a bag and what else? Some scissors. You know what I mean? We're gonna figure this out. Why you being a hater? Come on.
Because I'm like, that just sounds nasty. A hammer.
It's hard out here, man. The hammer is what because you're gonna put all the fruit inside the bag, and it's gonna be a clean bag. You know what I mean? Put all the fruit in the bag.
Plastic.
Yeah. Of course it's plastic. You know what I mean? People, people, thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's the world greatest Gasmasktribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull. I really appreciate y'all, man. We definitely gonna talk about it. All right, topic tonight is what else could a person bring other than sex to a relationship? You know what I mean? This was stirred up from a video that I watched earlier. And dude, I really want to go grab my coffee right now. You know what I mean? I really do. She said, Afro engineered blender.
I do not know what that means. What is an Afro engineered blender?
I'm Afro, right? I'm black. A black engineered blender.
Yeah.
It's a black engineered blender. Give me credit for mine, Miss Cat. Don't be trying to take all the credit.
Unfortunately, a hammer, you're not going to be able to get ginger juice with a hammer.
Ginger juice. Ginger juice.
Ginger, like the juice from ginger root.
I thought you said gender juice.
No, ginger.
Kind of shocked. Like, what, Miss Cat? Hey, Miss Cat. Okay, all right. I see where you are.
So tell me about this video you watched.
So I got a video I want to play that is the highlight of tonight, is the meat and potatoes. So I'm not going to give it all the way to y'all. Get back, homie. Get in. Right? So I'm just, we're going to start with a little basic, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to kind of do a little reaction. There's some topics that that's going to be led up to the major topic of tonight. And I got a question I want to pose after every video. And let's have the conversation. People, you guys already know it's the world's greatest. We love you guys, man. Gasmasktribe TV podcast. You know what I mean? Check out the first video.
Tom Big Carvin. Yeah. Don't call me Kim, ho. The fuck? Got good pussy. Have them busting out my window. I'm big carving. Yeah. Don't call me Kim, ho. The fuck? Got good pussy. Have them busting out my window.
So did you quite understand the video? Huh?
I'm waiting on the video.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I mean, I saw a girl, but is that the video? The song?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you got to read the text. The text in the video. Here we go.
I'm big carving. Yeah. Don't call me Kim, ho. The fuck? Got good pussy. Have them busting out my window.
You know what
Yeah.
the text says?
I'm African. I'm not. Don't call me African American.
All right. That's been a thing that has been going around, right? That's been a thing that's been like really flying around where different ethnic groups of black females, maybe some guys in there, has been doing these little trend things where they're saying, I'm not this and I'm that. It's been kind of a topic. And I kind of want to pose the question, do we really know who we are in a sense? That's my question after seeing this video. Do we know who we are? And I know that's kind of a broad question in a way, but
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you are African, right, and you were born and raised there, you know who you are for sure because you weren't stripped of that, right? You know what tribe your family came from. You know your native tongue. You know your culture, and you do know who you are, right? So you can't knock someone from saying I'm African and being proud of where they're from, right? The problem is when you bad mouth or say negative things about people from here that are black, right? That's the problem. But as long as they're not doing that, then you know. But they do know who they are. And unfortunately, we don't. That's just facts.
so I do what's good. It was good, Big Walt. I believe we do know who we are. We just don't want to. We just don't want to hearken into that. And I think the truth is in the pudding, but because history has been so smushed and crossed over and DNA wise, and you know what I
But
mean.
but how do you know who
It,
you are? Like, how do you know where your forefathers came from and what language your great grandfather actually spoke before he was stripped from it?
all right, cool. Let me tell you something. All right, straight up. You like the Bible, right?
Yeah.
You believe in a good book, right?
Yeah. That doesn't mean you know where you are
Oh,
from.
all right, cool. You know when Moses says in Deuteronomy, you know yourself by these signs, right?
Mm.
You will know yourself by these signs. You will know who you are by these signs, right? What other race that went through slavery on ships with yokes around their neck, and that documented history is documented in a fucking archaeology book, where now we call as a religious book.
But that's not who you are. That's a situation that your forefathers went through. That doesn't mean that's who they are. That's what they
We,
experienced.
hey, you just said what you said was, how do you know? You said, how do you know
Who you
who
are.
you are? Like, you know what I mean? And I'm saying, I believe we know who we are. We just don't want to hearken into the voice. And when I see stuff like this, I'm just like, oh, well, these are just people going at each other, and they don't know what they're claiming. It's like, you can't be African American. See, we don't fucking think. We don't use our fucking brains. We don't think. You can't be two fucking continents. Like,
Mm, I mean,
who,
here's the thing.
who,
Okay, here's
who on the face of niggerdom is two continents?
well, because we are. That's the cool, unique thing about us. Like, we were born and raised here.
Miss Cat, you
We
cannot,
were.
you
We
can,
were
Miss
born and
Cat,
raised here. So we are Americans.
right?
That
But Miss
doesn't mean
Cat,
our
you cannot
forefathers are
get,
Americans.
right? But Miss Cat, you cannot receive any reparations, and I don't want to sound like I'm going off the topic, but you cannot receive any reparations without having an ethnic group you can claim to, right? Like Latinos can Cool. That's the Latinos. There's the Asians, there's the Jewish folks, there's the this folks, right? Everybody have their specific groups, right? We're the only ones that align with two fucking continents that we can't even decide which one are we really from.
Wait, okay, so they say African American, Asian American, Latin American. What are you talking about? Jewish American. Everybody, we have all
That's
the
a
same
new
labels.
brand. Miss Cat, that's a new thing. Miss Cat, that's new terms. You know what I mean? One minute we're Negroes, then we're Afro American, and then we're and then we are Black Americans, and then I mean, you're never gonna get to. They're always going to keep calling you a byword and another byword and another byword without calling you exactly who you are, right? And those are things that we have to seek and find our own evidence. And I mean, I tend to not want to go because it can go deep. But just to kind of give people an insight, I believe we do know who we are, and to claim that you are African and American, it's like that's like saying, you know what I mean, you don't. Okay, a little quick history, right? Quick history. There was a guy in the Greek days called Aphrodisiphacus, right? Aphrodisiphacus was like the guy who fought in gladiators, right? This guy is the reason why Africa is named after him. So it's named after a white man. There were already peace treaties with the Europeans that already governed a portion of Africa, right? That's why the whole slave trade actually went through like it went through, because there was already a peace treaty before. Africa is named after a Greek guy, which operated in Upper Europe. So if you look at that, that's why Africa is named like what it's called. That's why they changed the K. That's why now, like you see these new modern Africans, they'll change Africa, but it'll be Africa with a K, because they understand that Africanus is the guy that's named after Africa. That's what Africa is named after. It's named after a white dude.
Yeah, but I mean that still doesn't negate that
So
we
you're calling
are.
yourself two white guys.
Well, I mean, I'm of mixed race anyway, so it doesn't like all of us from that are here have some kind of mixed race in them, right?
I
We've
was
all
making
been,
light of that, but I didn't want to like. I
yeah,
was trying to
we've
make
all
light
been
of it.
raped and fondled and all kind of stuff like over the, generations. So we're all mixed, right?
Right.
But like we still can't say that we know where we're from because we don't know. You don't know where your great 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 grandfather is from. You have family probably in Africa somewhere that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. I mean, there's nothing, we're not to blame, and there's like really nothing we can do now to resolve it besides go to,
But
ancestry.com and try to
well,
find your people.
well, okay. So this is another one, right? Like, okay, there's another saying that not saying, but like how blacks sold black into slavery, right? And that's not a real factor, right? If we did thorough research, you would understand that this place that was called Seville, Spain, had this place called the Land of Negroes. Nicodemus, the one that gave them that land, right? And if you guys like look at Nebuchadnezzar, I'm sorry, and if you look at how that land was operated by the sons of David, King David, how that land in Spain, Seville, Spain, was called the land of Negroes, the land of Negro.
Okay.
That's where the actual name Negro came from. That's where the Negro, if people go do research, just look up the word Negro. Where did the word Negro come from? And if you look up the word Negro, it would derive all the way back to Seville, Spain, which was maybe I want to say 100 to 200 years before slavery actually took place. And that's where slavery, after that, when the people in Seville, Spain fled out into Africa, they wrote out the peace treaty to get all the native, well, they would call them the settlement. They call them settlements. You know what I mean? The people that were capturing slaves,
Mhm.
they actually put a little peace treaty, started putting buyout. Hey, you grab these particular people, we're going to take them to the new world. We kill off the old, keep the young, and sell the little babies to become Christian slaves. But that's a whole
You
nother,
say
you know what I mean?
Christian slaves.
I'm just saying, hey, I'm just saying that's like when we say where are we from? When we filter out the bullshit, like to set the mindset, right? When we trying to get our mindset right, Mindset Mondays, and we filtering out the BS, it's sometimes we have to look at it as like what we've been taught has been maybe construed in it. Like there's a lot of construingness in there. And then all we have to do is just keep connecting the dots. Just connect the dots, and it's going to
Well, I
make sense.
mean, my thing is there's a lot of deceit, right, in the whole history of America's and Black people and our relationship in America, right? But at what point do we say, okay, we have to take the bits and pieces that we have now and create our own world or our own society with the facts and the strengths that we have now? Like we can't, you know what I mean? Like we can't go back 150 years and be like, okay, we've got to correct this mistake or whatever. What we can do is today say, okay, let's create our own culture, let's create our own infrastructure so that we can be successful. Right? Because there's so many people that's mixed up now. I mean, just like the girl was saying a couple months ago, when you date or marry outside your race, now you're watering down the race or whatever. So now you have all this new created people that are confused or that are mixed or that are whatever. You know what I mean? It's a constant change to who we
Carmen,
are.
facts. No, you're right. Carmen says, well, Biz, my bloodline is so mixed. Great grandfather from France and didn't speak a lick of English. Ah, man.
Facts.
I'm telling you, he must have had pipe to knock down grandma, huh? She black woman ain't taking no small penis. Riri says, nah, I'm talking about the African king of Rome.
Mhm.
I want to get to the next couple of videos that we have here. That's up in the line. Like they're going in. They said, I'm sorry. Riri
Because it's
says
an interesting
every time
topic.
we do it, huh?
Because it's an interesting topic. We start talking about who are we and where we're from. It's like all of us
Yeah,
are pretty much mixed with something. So we can't claim one thing and then
right.
ignore
Right.
the other,
Oh, you right. You right. You right,
even
Carmen.
though it wasn't our will to
We do.
be.
We got slaughtered, burned. Like if you guys go look up the people, the Jewish people that were doing, okay, when you guys hear of the Dark Ages, that's when black people run Rome. That's when the whole European diaspora, like when people talk about the Dark Ages, they talk about black people when we was operating Rome. And most people don't take that in the key. You know what I mean? That we operated that motherfucker on a high level. But there was a lot of sacrificial things that we were taking, like we weren't supposed to take on to pagan things, and we did. That's where the whole Jewish and the whole Christianity thing started merging, and the Jewish people started taking on the cross, and that's when it became Christian Jews. You can look; it dates back there to Roman. That's the only first sign. Jewish people dates back all the way from Israel, and you'll see them go up to Rome. And if you see, when you see the connection of that, you would understand how we got where we got now. And that lets you know of why all this shit is a fucking game. So when I see black people like, nah, I ain't African. I'm it's like, well, what the fuck are you? You know what I mean? If you're in
There,
America, you can't even claim a motherfucking, you can claim a state in the city.
well,
But if
you
you're
want to know
from
what's
Africa,
crazy?
where Africa is a continent. Just tell me what country you're from. It has over 50 some odd countries,
Do
right?
you want to know something
What country are you?
crazy? A lot of black people that are claimed to be black are not black. They're actually Indians. And they were misrepresented as black because they were darker skinned. There's a lot of black people who have high cheekbones and they aren't black. They're Indian, but they were told that they're black just because they looked different or they had different features than, some of the Indians that we see on TV. So, it's deeper than what you're saying. I mean, there's people who have been miscategorized, and there's people in our families to this day that they can say, yeah, my great grandmother was an Indian or she was from this
Hey,
tribe.
Miss Cat. I ain't from Africa. I ain't no Indian. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia.
Crenshaw Mafia. Okay. Don't be proud about that. Sorry. That's not nothing to be bragging about.
Miss Cat.
We love you, mean it, but
They all in the chat like, oh my God, Miss Cat is she's so
We also had
quirky.
Black Chinese when we were kings. I've heard of that. I have not seen any Black Chinese people, but I have heard of that.
What
But
the
we definitely have a
hell?
lot
Oh
of
my.
Indians within
Black
our bloodline
Chinese.
as well.
Okay. People, thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. If you have not liked that button, please hit that like button and hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. You little mother lovers. Tribe Nation all day. Gang, gas.
John Big Carver.
We're going to get right into our next video right now. This is Corey Holcomb. He's talking about how women just fucked up the game. How women just ruined it for us all. All right, we're going to get into it right now. Meat potatoes, y'all hang there, man. Stay tight. Gasmasktribe TV podcast, where we filter out that mother loving bull.
Women, in my opinion, have lost their motherfucking mind. Like, ever since they've gotten freedom to do things, and their freedom comes from wicked people. Trust me. All the things you're able to do, wicked people enabled you to do it. So you can destroy your neighborhoods and everything. I'm talking to all women of the Western world here in America. Your freedom has destroyed not only your neighborhoods, not only the family, you have destroyed you. And because I'm saying, like, if you look at child support, the way people alter their bodies and all that shit, this is all because women have freedom. I'm telling you, the best women in the world is a woman who has followed and got direction from a man. All women that's raised by women are destroyers of the world. All women raised by women are destroyers of the world. You can research this all you want. The best, most quality women are the women who have been given the information, the game, whatever you want to call it, by a man in their life. Did anybody disagree with that?
All right, people.
First of all, okay.
Damn! It's cat.
Yeah, you need to hush.
Hey, look,
Shut up.
Look, I just got punched in the
Get
face,
in the
J
back
Smooth.
seat, Cross your legs. Hush. He needs to hush. I love you, mean it.
Matter of
but
fact, the question is, the best advice a woman can get is from a man. Is that a statement?
lies.
Let's put the question up there. The best advice a woman can get from a man. We're gonna put that up there on the slide so people know what we're talking about at this moment. And
Lies.
you know what I mean? Hey, Miss Cat.
What did he say?
He said,
Pull up on me.
A grown man?
pull up on me.
Oh, pull up on me. Oh. Yeah, no.
Look, the chat is going crazy right now.
What are they talking about? Let's see.
Oh my God. So they said he tripping. What is he smoking?
Corey's always saying something that's controversial, and I don't even believe that he believes half the stuff he says himself.
You don't think he believed that women have fucked up their lives by getting advice from other women?
No, I don't believe that because he's still messing with
Look
women.
how I said that, though. Look how I said that.
Cap.
That's exactly what he was saying.
He's
He was
saying
saying
that
the
women
best
getting
advice
advice from
a
other
woman-
women have messed up our lives.
No, the best advice a woman can get is from a man. But advice that women have gotten from women have taunted the world.
No. False.
Because it's probably like bitter baby mamas.
No, false. Because think about this. So many women have gotten advice from women and they've created their own wealth. They've created their own business because a
Well, they're
woman.
married though. See, whether it's single, whether
Doesn't
it matter, though,
matter.
it does
Madam
matter. That's the
C.J.
whole point.
Walker was married and she didn't get her best advice from her husband. He ended up dead and broke when he died. So he wasn't the smarter vessel. So it's not always about the sex of a person, it's about the mindset of a person, right? Like
So you think?
I would never
Okay,
take
so you
advice
think?
from a man who can't even show that he knows what he's doing himself.
So you think? So you think that the best advice a woman can get is from a woman?
No, I think the best advice a woman can get is from someone who has wisdom. It's not even about man or woman. It's about who has wisdom to teach and guide and all that. Some men don't have any wisdom.
It's not a gender.
I don't know. I don't think so. It's not a gender. I never try to put stuff on genders because those are all subjective, as you know. You know some great guys that are smart that can make that happen. You know some dudes that are like, he's a dodo. He needs to sit down. Corey
Okay,
is like not.
so no, you're right. So I'm gonna get to the comments because the comments is lit right now. Y'all hit that like button, man. Tonight we lit. Y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Let me just get to the comments
Walt
before
says
we
that's
go.
cat. That's
What'd he say?
facts, cat, matter of fact. What's that mean?
He said
It's big fact.
that's facts, cat. Matter of fact, big facts. Miss
Oh,
Gabby says they have messed they have messed up listening to girls, not women.
correct.
Also, Miss Riri says he was on point that power was given to them. Actually, it's not power. They gave us a way from the evil side.
Oh, she's saying that the men gave away their power.
I guess Britt says, wait. She says, wait, some of the best game was given by some of my homeboys at many round tables. However, my mama laced me young. Facts. I give you that. I give you that. No. Go back. Britt dropped bars on that. You're right. Your mama go lace you down with who these men is, how you conduct yourself as a woman, live your life, right? You know what I mean? Take care of your hygiene. Like a man can't tell you that. A man can't show you that. But what a man can do is show you how to protect yourself, how to watch out for dirt bags, how to look out for certain things, like
And some
how to
guys don't
make
even do that.
huh?
And some guys don't even do that. They don't even teach women how to protect themselves and how to look out for stuff like that. Because there's a lot of men that are not protectors.
Yeah, you're right. Weak ones. Joaquin says,
Depends on
okay,
who she is
I
listening
don't
to.
always agree with Cap, but when I do it with Hennessy.
I wonder what he is agreeing with me on. What are you agreeing with me on, Walt? Put me down.
He's stupid.
I think he agrees.
Oh my God. Shit. Carmen says, we're going to hit all the members first before we get everybody else. Carmen says, depends on who she's listening. We have to be turned with discernment that determines the truth. Also, tribe member Maria says, I'm the table real talk. I gotta move that for you right quick. She said, I'm the table real talk. That's what I'm bringing, period. Gang. Mr. Get Band said facts. She says, what she said? I had to teach myself.
I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that.
You know, hey, you got
that
the
means
big
they went through
homies
some
right here,
things.
Maria. We got you, sis. Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta worry about that no more. People think, Miss Cat, was that your thing on that? You know, was that your end piece on that? You know what I mean? On the best advice given from man is no, the best advice given to a woman is from a man. The best advice a man can give a woman.
And you know I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I don't think you should. I think
I do.
men
To say a man's going to give a woman better advice than a woman is
Hell yeah. All day. I bet money if you listen to a guy, he can get you married quicker than a woman can.
Depends on the guy. Is this guy single or married?
Don't do it, Biz. Don't do it.
Is this guy single or married? And is the woman single or married? So you have to look at who's talking to you. I disagree.
Doesn't
I can
matter if you're
help most
single
of
or
these
not.
women get married quicker just by telling them to close their legs. A man ain't gonna tell them that, but that's just facts. If you close your legs and
They
you date
don't.
accordingly, you'll get rid of the busters real quick and get to the men that's looking for you, not what's in between your legs.
A buster.
Although they
She
all
said, "You
want
better
that.
get rid of that cluster. You better get
And
rid
a
of that
man ain't
cluster."
gonna tell you close your legs if you want to get married soon. He ain't gonna tell you that.
Damn!
People, my thoughts on it is, I believe a woman can be given great advice from a man.
She
It
can,
might
but
be less to compare to the dirtbags out here. There'll be more guys to put you up on game, and will rather be your friend than most females to tell you about that hot new makeup because she trying to catch yo nigga. Gasmasktribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull.
where's Tone? He just said, "What up, cat?"
I know Tone in the back, you know, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Anytime I'm on here, you know
Tone.
what I mean? They know it's the show right now, but we're gonna open up the after hours in a bit. I gotta get into the next video. I got some funny videos, but it look like everybody might be. Oh, no. I'm gonna do this one before. All right, Miss Cat, you ready?
Yep.
Yo, boy. Look, people, thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the tribe. All right, here we go, people. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're gonna hit our last video. No, we got 2 more videos, but check it out.
Damn! Work on you and why you keep entertaining the same kind of men, because it's never what you attract, it's what you choose to entertain. Because you can have a pool of good men, bad men, and mixed up men, but whatever one you resonate, whatever your trauma resonates with.
You say trauma?
Your trauma.
Our trauma guides are
Girl, yeah, it's your trauma and your self-esteem. You will date according to the level of your self-esteem every time. And then you mad. These men intimidated. No, men aren't intimidated. These men want you to go 50-50. No, males ask you to go 50-50. Men don't ask that question when you are a woman who display her value without ever having to open her mouth. I've never been asked, what do you bring to the table? Because a man will observe you and watch and say, I like how she lives her life. And he can start to assess the asset you can be to him. You never have to tell a man what you bring to the table. If you're being asked, it's because you don't display it. If you have an answer of I am the table, it's because you're being asked. Work on.
Yes,
You
I
like that, Mr.
agree
Cat?
with it
You
because
like
it's
that, girl?
true. It's
Get it,
true.
girl.
If you're a woman and you carry yourself a certain way, a man, like a mature man, is never gonna be like, oh, you get half, or what do you have to offer? They're gonna see by the way you carry yourself that you are of worth, you are valuable to them. Like, it's just true. And there's different class of women, that. There's the scallywag women, there's the women that are like on the top of the echelon, which you got to carry yourself the way you want to be treated.
So the question at hand, that's going to come up on the slide, that's going to come up on the screen for everybody. The question at hand is not that one. You could take that one down. Not that one.
It's not.
The question at hand is, where are those? He said, where are those women? I guess that's the question. Where are those at?
Where's what women?
No. He was joking. The upper echelon women, he's saying.
I can tell you, while y'all kicking it at the club, they're at networking events. They're at corporate events. They're about their coins.
He said they're at Ralph's.
They ain't at Ralph's. They're on campuses. They're going to, readings of books, and they're going to real estate meetings, and they're doing stuff that to better themselves. If you want that type of woman,
hey, Miss Cat, I am not fucking with no female that got her whole career ahead of her. She ain't got no fucking time for me. What the fuck I look like?
That is not true.
That sounds stupid. That just sounds like I'm gonna waste my fucking time. I'm working, right? It just sound like a waste of time. Like,
that is not true. Every woman, I don't care how successful she is, she wants a man. And guess what?
After she's finished with her career, and by that time she's probably
that's not true. Some women want you to grow with her and do stuff together with her. You just ain't at the right places to find those type of women.
They at Walmart.
They ain't at Walmart, although we all go to Walmart, but You got to go to like, yes, she's right, Gabriella, women empowerment meetings or like entrepreneurial type meetings. It's
Women
like places
empowerment.
where,
I'm definitely not trying to find them at the women. That's a whole feminist trap. The fuck I look
what are
like?
you talking about?
What?
If you want a
Hey,
woman
hey,
who
hey!
has
I dare you
self-worth, who
niggas to
has
show up to a
like
woman that
self-esteem and all that, why would you not go somewhere like that?
hell no, because she needs her self-esteem worked out of. That's why I'm glad
No.
I'm glad I got my next video. I'm glad this is gang all day. Biz go, Biz is wrong tonight. Check this out. I tell y'all this. She says not every woman wants a man. Of course not. She, you know what I mean? She probably wants a toy. Or she
Ooh,
probably wants, you know what I mean? She probably
that's
like
true.
another
Some women
female.
don't
So
want
I
a
mean,
man.
you're right. Not every dude
And
wants a
if she
female.
doesn't, move on. But that's where guys need to interview. We talk about this
Well,
all the time. Interview the woman because you
like I
should know
said,
what you want as a man. So you should have your questions together to see if she's the type of woman you're looking for. And if she's not, have a date, treat her nice, and don't call her again because she's not who you're looking for.
have a date, treat her nice. She gonna get left at the table. She's like, what
That's
happened at the table?
rude.
You bitch, I'm leaving you at the table.
Mm-mm.
Hey, take you and your bags. No, I'm playing. But the whole point is like, you know what I mean? I don't what was this? She said, yeah. I don't think it's the whole point of the video that I loved about it was she explained about how a woman should understand her worth. But then again, a man is not, if a man has to tell you what do you bring to the table, obviously he don't see the qualities that you're trying to portray off, right? And that's maybe the thing that most women like, well, take me for me. I am me. So you guys accept me for me and my life and my ends. I like doing this. And it's like, cool. Like, check this out. You can have all of that. And I don't mind, you know, putting my dick up in it a couple times, once or twice. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is, you ain't gonna get more than just that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give you more than just the dick. Like, you know.
Well,
So
that's the where a woman's wisdom has to take place because if she's not letting him get up in there, right, and she's taking her time and getting to know him, he won't have the satisfaction of getting
Miss
up in
Britt,
there once or twice because she should be able to say, you know what, my purse is clean and I want to keep my purse clean until I'm ready to have somebody in my cookie jar, right? And if he's not feeling that, he's going to leave before she gets dirty anyway. So, you
right?
know,
Miss
you need
Britt
to know
said
your
it.
worth. And women, you
Yep.
need to carry yourself
Yep.
in a way that these guys right here, he's a perpetrator. They don't take advantage of you.
Damn!
Who? Say this. Say all right, people, here we go. Last one before I get out of here. Check this out. All right, y'all hold yourself. This is the big one, okay? This is from a
Say
pastor.
the big one.
This is coming out of a pastor's mouth.
Oh,
So
Lord.
don't come at Biz like Biz set this up. All Biz is no, just coming out of a pastor's mouth.
See, crooked pastor?
Oh no, he's pretty. I don't know. I think what he said was on point. Check
Don't
it
be
out.
bringing no Benny Hinn clip up here.
just to touch your niggas through the screen and shit. Huh?
That should work.
All right, people, check this out.
I got a question for all you single women. Other than good sex, how could you help me?
Fatality.
Baby, I think they all just logged off. I don't mean any harm. I don't need your money. Yeah, how could you help me? What would you bring to the table that I'm like, oh, I need her? Yeah, she brings something more than a bad body. Or would immediately my whole life be about helping you? Yeah, between your bad credit, maybe the one son or two sons, you need me to be his dad now, right? Because maybe his dad's missing, so you need me to do that. Or maybe there's some pain from your parents, so you need me to affirm you and fix that. Is my whole life going to be helping or being helped? The Bible says she should help him. That's what the scripture says. Now, I'm just saying the truth. It doesn't say he should help her. Scripture says, find you a helper. We always think of the opposite way. How can you help me? You're going to take, that's not what the Bible says. You can look it up yourself. The Bible says he should find a helper. She helps him. Of course he's going to help you if he's a man. But that's not what the Bible says.
I know how he can get helped, his attitude. So he wants a woman who can help him with his attitude. He has the wrong attitude. That's number one. His attitude is real stanky. Like it stinks. His attitude stinks. Sorry.
She said people make time for what they want time for. So if you know your worth, he will too. Right. That's right, Miss Britt. You facts on that. Facts.
But
Ah,
yeah,
shit.
like he assumes that this is the crazy thing is that a man assumes that a woman always has a bunch of kids or a bunch of problems or doing worse than he is. So that means he's dating down. That's on him. Because
He
he should
dating
be getting
down?
with a woman. Huh? Yeah, because he just said, "Oh, you need my help. You need me to take your kids on and stuff." Well, what if you met a woman who don't need your help, don't have no kids, has more to offer than you do? So he's like talking like every woman's beneath him or every woman doesn't have herself together, where he could be the
No,
one with you.
you see that?
Yes, he was.
Don't try
He
to do
came in a
that.
place of
No,
stanky. It was
nah,
stinky.
don't try to make the nigga seem like he was just putting females. Nah,
He
he didn't say
did.
that.
The first thing he
What?
said is, "I'm supposed to find someone that is supposed to help me. What if she's doing better than him?"
That's you still
And
didn't
she literally can't help him.
check it out again one more time, people, before we head out.
I got a question for all you single women. Other than good sex, how could you help me?
Fatality.
Baby, I think they all just logged off. I don't mean any harm. I don't need your money. Yeah, how could you help me? What would you bring to the table that I'm like, oh, I need her? Yeah, she brings something more than a bad body. Or would immediately my whole life be about helping you? Yeah, between your bad credit, maybe the one son or two sons, you need me to be his dad now, right? Because maybe his dad's missing, so you need me to do that. Or maybe there's some pain from your parents, so you need me to affirm you and fix that. Is my whole life going to be helping?
Now, all that stuff he said was like completely like this lady was just a bag of, a basket case, right?
He's talking about many different women. He's not
He
talking
is,
about
but
one.
what I'm saying is he's the one that need help. That's what he needs to get a woman who can help him with
He's
his
a
attitude.
pastor, though. He's a pastor. He's
I
speaking
don't
the
care.
truth.
There's pastors that are so psycho that you would not be even like you'd be shocked. They're very egotistic, they're very arrogant. Like, don't think that a pastor isn't a regular man.
They say giving real female hate vibes.
Wait, what did he go back to Leonard? It says most of the women like that. I down on the man and they're trying to
Most of the
get
women like
with
that
not even
that
knowing
are
what's that.
already up, they are mostly looked down upon men. Yeah, who's doing better. Right. Pretty much women that doing better than men, they look down on them niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what
So
he was saying the opposite. That video, he was trying to make it like women need help and their woe is me and all they got is sex and a couple kids. And I'm like,
pretty
well, wait
much
a
he was
minute.
saying, like, unless you're single with no kids and none of the baggage, then you can help me a lot because there's a lot to achieve. But when you're coming with baggage, it's like, well, what am I? You know, I mean, I'm gonna help you, obviously, but how are you gonna help me? Right? And that's what it is, because a lot of times most women get into other relationships with baggage. You know what I mean?
I
And
see. I guess I look at stuff differently because very rarely I have a different, I guess, situation than most women because that's not the case. Like it's usually you're looking at the man like, did you finish school? Did you go to school? Like so I don't even know where these men are finding women because women are doing very well. So I don't know what he's talking about.
hoes for less. That's where they're doing well.
Women is a helpmate. That's the one thing he did say. He did say that a woman is supposed to be there to help a man, and that's so true. Whenever a woman forgets that, or she forgets to ask her husband or boyfriend, "How can I help you? What do you need me to do for you?" That she's totally lost the whole point. That's why
See,
we're in y'all's life.
so now I didn't want to bring that, and you called it. I was trying to go over that. I was really trying to like not even go there because that makes everything he said so valid. That's what I'm saying. When he
Not
counteracted
everything.
with when he's like all the things he was naming was the things that he's gonna help out on. That's what he
True.
was naming. When the whole point, you're supposed to help me.
Well, no,
That was the
well,
whole no. The
help
message
me.
you
Hold
heard,
on now.
the
As
message
Willis
you
defined,
heard,
help me.
the message you heard was the targeting, and he's this, and he's pointing at certain women, right? That's what you heard. That's not what a man hears. A man hears that either way, I'm going to have to do that when I meet the next female out here. She's going to expect for me to help out with her kids. She's going to expect for me to do this. And I'm a single man, and those are not my kids. Or she's probably want me to show her more love, and I don't need it. I wasn't grew up with. She need to go spend time with her family. She got family. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of these issues that we're gonna have to take. Period. Just because we're men and we should, and you're supposed to help me, when that's not the case. You're supposed to help me.
Okay, well, what
You
does
will
that mean?
always
Huh?
What does that mean to you? Help you? Does that mean pay all your bills, or because you saying you
Come
supposed to
on,
help me?
really? No, Miss Cat,
Well,
Miss
I'm
Cat.
just saying we
Come
got to
on. Now
define that.
that's right, but that's like elementary. We know that. We're not
No, there's
talking
a whole
about
lot of
right.
people
No,
out here, ladies.
right, but
Y'all
we're
doing
not
too
talking
much
like
helping. Y'all doing
if
too
a
much
nigga.
helping for these men.
No, a lot of times women
He
force
moving in
themselves
with
in their.
her. He driving her car. He's on her insurance. That's too much help.
I would say even if a nigga does it, that's a foul ass dude. That's not what I'm talking about. When we talking about help, and even if she's with that man and she's married to him and she's still helping him, she's doing her due justice. She's doing her justice. You said it earlier. When a woman doesn't ask her dude or her man, how can she help? Then she's not doing service, right? She's not doing her due
That's
service.
true.
So you said it already. So to whatever way she's helping her man, whatever way, right? And we can't look at that as wrong. Yeah, we might not think he's a cool guy to do that with. We might not think she's too good for that dude. But she's under God's eyes, she's helping her man. And whose word matter more than ours or God's?
No, I agree with that. I tell women that all the time, like, be a help to him, not a burden to him. Because if you are nagging and not a light to him, it's just he'll be looking elsewhere. You want to be that person that he's like, man, if I lose her, I'm never gonna get this again. And that's how you're supposed to carry yourself. So women, if you're listening, you have a man right now, or you're on the verge, call him up one day randomly, just babe, how can I help you? What can I do to make your situation easier this week? And I guarantee you're gonna get the man that you want if he's a good man. If he ain't good, get rid of him.
Can I tell you the raw truth? Honestly,
Yeah.
a lot of times, and this is a mindset thing, because this Mindset Mondays, right? This is where we talk about the way our mindset and how we think on life. Look, man. She said, look, before we get to the comments, because I'm gonna lose my train of thought. Look, man, look.
He said, stop rocking.
A lot of times women have to understand that men are literally bred to do specific things on earth, right? And our beauty on life shows our legacy through you guys, right? And whether you have a man who's going through adolescence or you feel like he should be living a certain way, and I'm like, why would you want to control a man? Why would you want to tell this man how to live and move when he's a man? He's moving that way for a certain reason. Why would you want to come in and interrupt that? Go find another man who's aligning with the things that you feel is best. But no, we say, I see potential. I can make him better, right? And so you start insisting and start doing all of these, like, now, oh no, I helped him get here and I helped him get there and I helped him get there and blase blase. And then he gets up and leave. And then now you're blaming the world and all men the shit. When you did this, no one told you to do it. You did it.
Well, I think the key thing is that listening to you, the key thing that women need to remember is that should be a question, not a requirement or a demand. It should be a question. It should be a conversation at dinner and say, honey, I've noticed some things. I've noticed some areas of your life that I can help you in. Do you want to get better in these areas? And let him answer, because men feel better when they feel like they're in control. Even if you're doing the exact same thing, it's the fact that you ask them, can I help you with this? Or do you want, and then they'll go, yeah, I do need help in this area. Then it's okay to do that. But when you're just being a mother to a man, it's not, that doesn't work out the way you think it should work out. It just doesn't. You have to ask him, how can you help? And you have to let him know, hey, there's things I noticed. Would you like my input on it? And 9 times out of 10, a man's going to be like, yeah, I do. Because it's the way women approaches a man. It's not what she's doing, it's how she approaches you guys.
And I didn't want to, and you're right too, because I did not want to have the conversation be, what is you bringing to the table? It was really that was really a trigger factor to kind of get women to see, or to get men and women on me and you being able to filter this situation out on how they should be able to see not so much of a weakness in a person,
but areas of improvement.
Right. You know what I mean? You have to be able to be open enough to want to see these things. 1 second with the comments, because we go acknowledge everyone that's been commenting, because you guys been saying a lot of things, and I really think it's important that we take our time and acknowledge the comments. But a lot of times, Ms. Cat, we have to understand that when a woman is trying to find love and she's going after love out here, and she thinking that I'm going to get the best. That's why I said the Corey Holcomb shit. Women lead women into disasters. That's why the Corey Holcomb shit was so perfect for tonight. It's a let up. It's the whole thing was a setup. It was like, to get to this point, think about it, Miss Cap. Do you think there'll be a lot more women out here married if they would have listened to their fathers? I'm not saying wait. I'm not saying every woman. I'm not saying every.
I was about to comment on that real quick.
But I'm
half
just saying,
these women never saw their fathers.
Would they be? All I'm saying, that's even greater. But will they be more? No, I'm saying that's even greater. That's you even adding to my point. Would there be more women married if they got the word from their father? Now,
no, I think that more women and men would be married if they had some kind of moral standards. Right now, they don't have any. There's no benefit for a man to marry a woman who is giving him everything he needs without having to submit to her. There's no benefit for him to do that. Why would you do it? If you're getting everything you need from her and you don't have to commit, why would you do it? That's why most women aren't getting married, is because they're giving you everything you want. There's no reason for you to rush and marry her. Why? What's the benefit for it for you?
Miss Cat. Women have led other women into domestic violence couple cases. Like, what I mean, like, into situations. Like, girl, get with him. He is right, girl. Blah, 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 blah. Not knowing that nigga is a serial killer. And the nigga would see that nigga be like, yeah, he might got all the touch, but that nigga ain't right. I don't know what you talking about. But you're looking at the glitz and glamour. And your homegirl's like, bitch, fuck that nigga. I don't give a fuck, man. That's it, bitch. Right?
I don't know. I don't put too much emphasis on a woman giving me advice, because your family, your tribe, your people that's around you should be interviewing the person you're dating before you even get into a situation like that. It shouldn't be just a woman telling you. It should be your cousin, your brother, your parents. You should be dating healthy situations so that they can see the things you can't see. If he can't come to family events, he can't worship with you, he don't keep a job, like, those are all things that people around you should be telling you, hey, run and run fast, not your girlfriends. So your advice group of people is wrong.
Miss Cat, okay, I want you to, comprehend. Here we go. Comprende, mi amor. Here we go. This is what's going on. You're at the pool. Right? I just want you to see clearly where I'm going here. You're at the pool. You're at the pool with your homegirls. Y'all drinking pina coladas.
You're backstroking.
Right? Backstroking. Y'all got the cheeks out. The sun kissing you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, Jaw Club and damn Leroy walks over. Right? Got the 7-pack. Smelling like Paradise in Oakwood. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck that is, but I mean, he's everything that you want, right? He just right. But all of a sudden, you got your homegirls over there like, "Bitch, get yours. Like, we in Jamaica. Come on."
I don't
Right?
know. I guess I'm a different
Wait,
type
wait.
of woman.
I know you right.
Because I mean,
But
I've had fine
but
guys, and
but
their
wait,
elevator
wait,
don't go
wait,
to the
wait,
top
wait, wait.
floor.
Let me kill it. Let me kill it, y'all. Y'all, hey, y'all, I'm finna get her right here. I'm finna get her, y'all. He smelled like Brian McKnight. All right.
And
You like Brian McKnight. You like,
I love
ooh,
Brian.
Brian.
Love him,
Right. Okay,
but
cool. All right, here we go.
that doesn't
Okay,
mean the elevator goes to the
wait.
top
But
floor.
I'm telling you, Miss Cat, Brian McKnight type of nigga, he ain't really good for you. Like this nigga, I don't know, he weirdo. You like, come on, I'm just going to we just going for coffee. Oh my God, just stop it. Right? And I'm like, Miss
There's nothing
Cat,
wrong with
oh
coffee.
damn, that nigga ain't right. And you like, move, get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna be an hour away. And Miss Cat don't come back for like 17 hours, and we gotta go like, guys,
That
go
would
pick
not
me
be
up.
that would not be me. So, but yeah, I think it's important though if you meet somebody strange like that, group dates, especially if you're out of another country.
Right,
You
but
do a
but but
group
what
date.
I'm saying, a man can be able to see that and be like, that ain't it. Even though it might look all just like y'all can tell us she ain't it.
True.
Right? Just like a dude, like one thing a guy knows. If your mama ain't cool with the female that you with, something's wrong. That's every
Facts.
nigga
That's
know.
facts.
Come on.
Because your mom loves you and she wants the best for you. She can tell if that woman's gonna treat you right or not based
Let's
on how
go
you
deeper.
are.
Let's filter out the bullshit. Cause your mom know bitches. Your mom know females. She's a woman herself.
Well, your
You know
mom
what I
knows
mean?
you. Your mom knows you, and she probably knows what's best for you. And if she sees someone who's opposite of what you are or what your capacity to, be around, she should be warning you, like, no, run.
You right.
If you have a good mom.
She said facts. Mom can see it. And we're gonna get to all the comments, man. Let me go ahead and get to all the comments. And I've been letting them slide. Let's go back up here. There's been quite a few. Let's go. Did we do this one already?
Yeah, we did that one. People
Pretty
make
smooth.
time. Yeah, we did that one already.
Okay. She said, "Oh, he can get help." Comment says, "Damn."
We got that one already.
Okay, we got that one. He said he need a hug. Right, we got that one. Carmen says he went in. He said we make time for those we want. At the end of the day, a woman is the helpmate, but there has to be balance. Yin and a yang, Well, the yin and the yang came from that's some Chinese thingy. And
She
I
said, "No,
mean,
cat, we won't be shocked." What is she talking about?
I guess responding to one of the other ones is that God put Adam to sleep and created a helper for him. Like,
True.
Damn. But we got to get your nails done, huh? We got to help you. We got to keep you right, huh? That ain't what God did.
Speaking of nails, I gotta get my nails done. I agree to that point. Help him, help y'all.
Yeah, help him, help y'all. That's the motto right there. Help him, help y'all. Damn, Miss Cat rocking back
Stop
and
rocking
forth.
back and forth.
You gotta be.
I think it's a habit.
Let's go down. I think we got some more there. Is God? He said, go back. He said, "Is God put y'all back together? Then that's that. Hey, if God put y'all back together, that's that. You know what I mean? That's gang. That's true." Leonard Johnson. Well, Leonard Johnson said we are supposed to help each other, whether the mental financials are worth when you meet that person. What the? Okay.
No,
All right.
he's basically saying you're supposed to help in multiple ways and you're supposed to grow together. The key thing is you need to grow together.
Yeah,
So some
in
people don't
God's
have the
eyes.
capacity to grow.
Yeah,
that's where
okay.
there's a problem.
Let me tell you what that is. That's American taught. That's this modern thinking. That shit, that's not real life. That doesn't happen. The world doesn't care about men like it does for women, kids, and babies, my guy. So as far as a man, you got to make sure you always stay with it, and that's gang all day. The world got a place for a woman every single way they look. They got a shopping mark for them. They got a benefit for them. Women got all types of shit. Kids got it too, and babies and motherfucking puppies. As far as a man, you better keep trucking up that motherfucking hill, nigga. Gang. Mr. Gibband said, yeah, I bet, but the world made it for them to think they can move like we move. Damn.
We move just like that. When we
Yeah,
move,
but
we
not
move.
move. You
Remember that song?
like that.
We
Hey,
can
look at Miss
move.
Cat. Hold on, Miss Cat. You be listening to a little hippity hopper, huh?
I know that song. When you move just like
Okay.
that. Facts. Be a
All right,
woman to
Miss
your
Cat.
man, not a mommy. That's so true, girls.
Facts,
Listen
be a
to
woman.
that. Be a woman. A man likes a feminine woman. He does not want someone rolling up on him, all up in his face, and telling him what she gonna do, not do. It's not sexy.
Yeah, I no lie. I think with me, I think it should be okay to slap the shit out of her, like, or like, you know what I mean? Like if you get a woman like,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's
check this
never
out.
okay to hit a woman.
Yeah, slap this. No, I don't give a fuck, man. Check this out, man. Y'all be on some crazy shit. Look, check this out. If you willing to get up in my face and you built like me,
It's never okay.
you catching these hands, homie. If you built like me, football.
I don't care how she built.
I've seen. Is it okay to hit a dyke then?
Do you know what? Don't let me come over there and do some intervention.
Is it okay to hit a dyke?
You need intervention.
I would suplex the fuck out of a dyke. Is it okay to hit a dyke?
No,
why
it's
not?
not.
She look like me. How would I know the difference? How would I know the difference? See, that's that double. See, she could see.
Ain't no double standard. She's a woman.
Nope. I don't give a man. Hold on. She trying to be me. She's a man. She got a gender crisis going on here.
There's guys trying to be women. Does that mean we're supposed to give them a tampon? No.
Hey, I tell y'all this. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. I hold that same shit. If a motherfucking tranny think he could walk in the bathroom where in a female bathroom, my daughter's in there, if we got problems, homie. You can, nigga, please, we got problems, bro. We got fucking problems.
Well, you know, California did pass that law.
I hold that same standard. If my grandmother always taught me, if you're big enough to get in a man's face, you're big enough to take, the consequences.
You guys, men who are watching this, do not listen to him. You will end up in jail. So do not hit a woman at all. If she gets up in your face, the best thing to do is to leave.
She's a dyke. Is it okay to hit a dyke?
Car.
What?
Is it okay to hit a dyke?
What?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Y'all scary, man. Y'all scary.
Leave the situation.
No, fuck all that. Fuck all that.
You call her from your car and you wait till things have calmed down.
She said, look, I'm telling you, if she built like you, gang, I'm telling you.
Don't end up in prison, men. Don't do it.
So I can't. So if a female if a nigga looks like a female, I can't hit him.
No, because that's a man.
The fuck are you wrong with y'all?
Nobody.
Y'all got me, man. Hell no, if you offended your boy, and you went across that disrespectful line.
Did you see that
comment?
Tupac. He said the bathroom's gonna be full of bullets if a man is in the bathroom.
I'm telling you, you damn right. You damn right that bathroom gonna be full of bullets. You got me fucked up. And it'll be the same thing for the female. What? Now,
you're trying to say
Dwayne
Wade's
no. It ain't equal quality though, huh? It ain't equal quality though, huh?
Can Dwayne Wade's son, who's now a girl, she can't go into the bathroom with your daughter?
No, you get kicked in the fucking head. Hell no.
Well, how would you know? He done got the sex change now.
You ain't coming up in there, Blair. You do what you do. You a nigga. You was built like a nigga. You born like a nigga. You gonna be built like a nigga. Period. don't give a fuck how many fucking sex change you have, man. What? Man, take your ass in the boys' bathroom. You go take the little wee out, pee. You know what I mean?
I wonder if Bruce Jenner goes to the women's bathroom or men's bathroom, like when he's out at restaurants.
Huh?
Bruce Jenner, like I wonder if he goes to like the female bathroom or the male bathroom when he's out at
Hell
restaurants
no,
now.
man. That's not cool, man. Like,
I got a question.
look, I know it sounds pretty raw, but I was always taught that you never hit a woman, but you slap the shit out of a bitch while you bullshitting, right?
Don't say that. That's not funny at all. There's
From the
women
great
on
Uncle
here that's
Sugar
watching
Free,
that's been in
my Uncle
domestic
Sugar Free.
situations, and they do
Hey,
not think
Uncle
this
Sugar
is
Free, I
funny
like you, my
at
nigga.
all. Biz gets 2 thumbs down right now, you guys.
That's for the Uncle Sugar Free.
You guys holler
You
back
know
at
my
us
Uncle
if you
Sugar
agree
Free
with
is?
him. If you don't, you better tell him he needs to pause.
Hey,
This time you take a nap.
Miss Cat, you ain't never heard of my Uncle Sugar Free?
No.
You never heard of Sugar Free?
I've heard that rapper or sugar.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
I don't care who he is. He don't need to be hitting nobody.
No, we don't hit women. Hey, look, I wouldn't hit a man, but I slapped the shit out of a nigga, period. Does that make sense?
No.
Oh, Miss Cat, you have no thug in you. Come on, we need some thug in you.
My bullets are
I may have to. Hey, Miss Cat, I may have to give you the pistola, and you might have to like, okay, pew 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 pew.
No, I wouldn't.
You know
do
what I
that.
mean? No.
Did you see Walt said my bullets are bisexual? Like,
yep, mine's too. They have no gender.
That is nuts.
They have no gender. I'm serious. People, thank y'all so much, man. That's been our show. I know I was being a little crazy, people.
You will always.
We're gonna play that video right next. But ladies, love y'all. You know, you gotta give you guys something to work for. You know what I mean? Fellas, my ninjas, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Tribe ladies, tribe fellas, tribe nation. This is where you gonna always find us right here on the Biz Entertainment Network. We love y'all so much, people. Don't try to. Okay, cool. I know it's been funny and having jokes, and you know what I mean. I like joking around, but you know what I mean. Litter Johnson. My hands are bisexual, bro. That is weird. He said,
I don't know what that means, Leonard.
I don't know what that means, bro. I ain't there, bro. I don't know what you mean, bro.
I don't
ain't never heard of that shit.
I don't either.
What?
No,
you said we just started getting somewhere.
Hell no, sorry, no, still gotta keep going on. We just started. Nah, Leonard, I don't know. His hands would hit either one. I don't know, Leonard. No, it just came off a little weird. Yeah, I'm fucking with y'all. People, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the world's greatest Gasmasktribe TV podcast. You already know we're gonna hit that slide. We're gonna get into the after hours. We love, man. Look, check this out. Let's have the conversation. Let's have the conversation in after hours. Let's talk about the topic at hand. Let's talk about if you heard something, you want to debate. If you felt like something was just, you know what I mean? Let's have the conversation. I really appreciate y'all. You know me, my controversial ass, and you know Miss Cat, her stale ass. So I mean, like we just two controversial and stale people. Like you know what I mean? We are controversial stale motherfuckers. We're like the couple that's like contra ones that fuck the motherfuckers. Then it's the mom like, here, just eat your peas. Come on, just eat your peas, honey. And like, I don't want those damn peas. Oh, peas was made from the government. Yeah. Thank y'all so much. It's the greatest pea, man. It's the greatest Gasmasktribe on the planet. Miss Cat, I love you all to heart. Gasmask, y'all make sure y'all understand. Hit that like button. Y'all go follow Miss Cat and all her endeavors and what she got going on. You know what I mean? Y'all know how I met Miss Cat, huh? Miss Cat met me on some big money shit. You know what I mean? She like, hey,
you will always.
So, you know what I mean? I really appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? She was always, you know what I mean, standing there. Miss Cat is a tribe legend. You know what I mean? So I just always got to give it up. And the reason why I'm giving up to Miss Cat so much right now because she did her thing last Monday. I wanted to congratulate her and let her know you did your mother loving thing. I was very impressed.
And
I
y'all, he
watched
threw
it.
me in there. We didn't know.
You know,
We had fun last week, though.
I know you did it. No, honestly, I watched it. I don't do that. I don't watch the shows twice. I actually watched the shows twice because I was actually like, oh shit, Miss Cat doing her thing. All right, Miss Cat for sure. Okay. Gang,
Thank you,
gang.
Riri.
You know what I mean? Man, y'all show some love to Miss Cat in the chat. We're going to get right back with y'all. We're going to get right into the after hours. Thank y'all so much. Y'all know me. I just got to get my mother loving coffee. Gang, Gasmasktribe. We filter out that bull. We're going to hit that music and let it go into the slide.
You will always be too much for a man that is not enough. And instead of him doing the work in order to be a better spouse, be a better partner, be a better man, they're going to try to chip you and knock you off your pedestal. Y'all do know only people that have problems with your standards are the motherfuckers that can't meet them. If you don't think I'm worth an effective communicator, if you don't think I'm worth integrity, faithfulness, somebody that is loving in spirit, then why the fuck you here? Is it a crazy concept that she wants to be treated like a wife if you intend to make her one? Yes, I do feel like she deserves to be treated like a human being, treated with respect. I think her feelings need to be acknowledged. And if you don't want to do that, find another woman. Get her out the discount bin. But this woman, she got standards, yo. Quit going and negotiating for the price that people set for themselves. Either you want it at the price or you don't. Move the fuck on.
No, that if y'all keep listening to that weird motherfucker, y'all gonna be.
He is not weird. He's telling the truth.
Y'all gonna be single as fuck.
Oh my
y'all gonna never
gosh.
have. Y'all ain't gonna be married. This dude is another Derek Jackson. I'm telling
Like,
y'all
he
straight
is
up.
telling the truth, you
Don't
guys.
listen to that. Hey, that's another Derek Jackson. He's not. I'm telling you, he gonna have your ass single, and he has a lot of niggas like, bruh, we don't ever think like you. And you thinking for women, and women ain't even thinking like on the level of where I need to be able to work with a man. And he's not even showing a woman how to work with a man. He's telling men how to fucking work with a woman in the sense of do what she wants you to do.
That is not what he said. He said that if you are not willing to be at the standard or level that the person you're dating is, move out the way and get her out of the discount line because you're trying to discount her. That's what he said.
Ladies, don't trust him. Y'all good without him. Y'all beautiful. Stay rich. And fuck a hater.
What's up, you guys? We're in after hours. I don't know where Biz went, but we're glad you stayed with us. I hope you guys saw that last video because that guy was so telling the truth. So telling the truth. What did Karma say? It was good.
Don't believe that shit.
It's the truth.
Yeah, don't take y'all ass out there and think y'all go.
Yep, it was good. She's
shit.
right. We need more men to think like that. Like,
we need more men to stop
pandering. When y'all see a woman that's worth it, only when she's worth it. What's up with me? What do you say? So you can use that credit.
We need
see
more.
What I'm saying?
We need more.
Guys,
we need more men to stop pandering. That's what we need. We need more men to stop pandering and look at it from ladies, please don't ever let a man like that steer y'all to go find a husband, because he will lead you down the weirdo path.
What are you talking about?
You have a
that
weirdo
guy
as
is
a
probably
husband.
Happy right now. He probably has a successful woman in his life.
I guarantee he's single.
We need to look him up and find out. He probably got like a woman with 3 kids.
That's why he's doing it, to get a woman.
He's smart, because women like a man who is about, uplifting.
Is it
women.
true though? So if he's doing it to get a woman, he's biased. He don't have true faith in it. Look at Derek Jackson. All these women were all into that dude. Come on.
Sounds like he's smart.
Derek Jackson, he fucked up a whole family.
No. I'm not saying. I'm talking about this guy who's talking good stuff.
Miss Cat, Derek Jackson fucked up women's lives. A lot of women's lives at that.
Well, I don't even know who he is.
She said, let's talk about that. But he did, like Kevin, and I know people don't like Kevin Samuels because y'all don't like his delivery, but there were a lot more women
his
that actually
attitude.
saw the truth in what he was talking about.
No, there wasn't.
I'm telling you, whether you like it or not, but it was truth. It was like shit that you get from your brother or your dad, that they would tell you the same thing. Like, no,
It
you're not
wasn't
always
true,
like
and that's
that.
why he's not with us anymore, because he was destroying us as a community.
Right, but you got Derek Jackson here leading women's down the fucked up path while he's fucking them. Come on.
Who
Come
laughed? Who was laughing?
I did.
That don't make any sense. That's the shit that I get mad at, and I get mad that women like to hear things that makes them, that sounds and makes them feel good. And it's like, come on, man. The fuck, your mama raised your ass, and she ain't never get, like, baby, you come on, baby, you got to get besides your feelings and understand life is life. Here, get up and go go about your day. But we like when we hear from men to pander and tell us all this feel good shit. That shit is foul, you know what I mean? And I see a lot of women that really digs into that shit, and I think that that's it. And I'm like, come on, mom, nah, ma, that nigga's pandering. He's trying to tell you some shit. What? Meanwhile, that nigga over there sticking his finger or some nigga's booty hole or some shit. You know what I mean? The fuck?
That was drastic.
It sounds like he's taking advantage of the situation and exploiting it for his own benefits.
No, it's just Biz is a hater.
I know. I sound like a hater, but when this shit comes out later, like the other motherfucker, what's his name? He got smashed on the guy from Roommates, right? He had just got married to his wife, the little African dude. He went on there with just Pearly. He was on everybody's shows. He was on the Roommates. You guys go check out the Roommates. The black guy on the Roommates. And it comes out.
But the thing is, it's not that he said the wrong thing. It's just he couldn't handle the fact that what he was saying is attractive.
Miss Cat, he was not equipped with the thorough conversation that he was about to get into. Because when you get into reality doesn't give a fuck about feelings. Just like business doesn't care about feelings. You know what I mean? And that's something that people don't really realize. And you get a lot of these cats going viral just because they're making females feel good.
All I can tell you is if you're a positive person, you're always going to attract people, period. And you've got to be ready. You've got to be ready and strong enough to turn away things and attention that's not always good for you. That's just the bottom line. I'd rather be around someone positive than negative.
Would this be safe to say, Miss Cat, that if he's not in a relationship or a marriage, he is not worth being giving information? If he hasn't been through a marriage, listen, if he hasn't gone through a divorce and experience to tell us what it's like to be in a relationship, right? Or is in a relationship, then he can't be speaking on these matters. Right? Is that safe to say?
No, because there's marriage counselors and there's relationship counselors licensed that have never been married, and they give great advice to people who are married. So
why would I get lessons to play basketball as a pro athlete from a fucking baseball player?
Well, that's different. That's a different skill.
No, you get what I'm saying? Why? See,
I do, but I'm saying,
why would I want to learn how to get married from someone that's not even married?
Well, that's just like you saying, well, hey, I've never beat up a woman, but I can't give a guy advice on how not to because I've never.
No, I was joking. I'll never touch a woman. You know what I mean? I was joking about that. I would never, hit a woman. But what I'm saying is, like, it was a joking matter, but it was to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, if it was a guy, I'll punch a dude in the face. No problems asked. Who the fuck if you're a tranny or not? You know what I mean? I'll punch you because you could take a hit. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, like, when we look at getting advice, if I wanted to be married and be in a sustainable marriage, I'm not going to go to my homeboy who's just got married a year ago. I'm going to go to the man in the family that's been married 30, 40 years to understand how to be married and stay married.
Okay, look, I know somebody who's married 30, 40 years, and out of the 30, 40 years, he's been cheating on his wife, 29 of them. He's not a good person to get advice from.
Majority of them aren't. That's an exceptional thing.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's not about how long they've been married. It's about what kind of character does that person have and what kind of advice are they giving you? Is it morally sound or is it immorally sound?
What it's about is a woman is determined how long she keeps her man. That's what it's about. A woman is determined how long she keeps her man, and the man is determined how long he keeps that wealth for his family to be sustainable. right? And those are the things that we don't even look at. A woman isn't valued without a man. Like, and a lot of times that's why women go for the bag.
Are
That's
you
why
guys hearing this? Are you women hearing this? He
I'm
just said
telling
we
you,
are
man,
not of value unless we
women
have a
go,
man.
look. Only way for a woman to be high as a man is her fucking bag. She could do more and much as a man. But if it wasn't her bag, it wouldn't be as, she can't get there. I'm serious. Why? Because the physicalities and the mental. There's things as a woman that men would never be able to do. Right? But if we tell you to go out there and pick up that fucking log and build this house, it's a total different thing. So I'm just, it's, you know,
She said,
I know it's fucked up. I love y'all, but I'm just trying to show y'all like there's a beauty in like when somebody's trying to just like be real, and then you got other people who just pandering and like, look, if she wants something better and she has standards, like of course, nigga, we all got standards. That's nothing new, motherfucker. That's nothing new. But you'll find every nigga will put his standards down. He would lower his standards to be with a woman because she falls in other. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. Look, a nigga would
no. Happen when they're so you see that happen when they lower their standards because they're going based off of what they see, not what they actually want. They're going more for the physical instead of the spiritual, the mental, and everything all put together. That's when they lower their standards.
Standards is not going to go with some chicken head just because. No, they're not doing that. They're going to find some woman who's going to represent him well.
No, that's not true. You don't know men then. That's not true.
I know the men I know, and they're not going to get with some girl who's less than because no, they're going to get with somebody who's going to be their equal, that's going to represent them well when they're not there. Like, what are you talking about? Men who got it going on, they're not going to go get with some trailer trash and be like,
you don't understand what I'm saying. Look, a man would be with a woman and with her hair pent up and some sweats all day before he'd try to be with a bitch that got BBLs and fucking fake all type of shit. That's what I'm telling you.
You're talking about corporate men. Are you talking about guys from the hood, or what kind of men you talking about?
Hold on. Are you mean to tell me every guy prefers a woman with fake tits and ass?
No, what I'm saying is a man is not taking some girl with cornrows to no corporate event. He's going to tell her get herself together.
We're talking about everyday life, and nobody's going to a corporate event.
Why can't I put on my dress and have cornrows?
Going to a corporate event looking all stupid
every day.
He just said a man would get with a girl who has like cornrows and busted up looking.
No,
why can't I go to the event with cornrows?
No. I'm saying a man will put his preferences to a side to have a certain quality of a woman.
With my cornrows?
I'm telling you, it's happened.
That's to happen every day.
It happens every day. A man, look. Let's check this out. She may not be the best fit, but she the right attitude. I take that.
Yep.
Because the bitch who do got the best fit has a fucked up ass attitude. I take the bitch with the right attitude over the bitch. You know what I mean? What? That makes that's game. I'm taking that all day.
Stop taking relationship advice from women that are not married. They wish they were married. All these women that tell you your husband can't tell you what to do, don't listen to him, you don't have to obey him, you're an independent woman. And then they tell you, if I had a man, he wouldn't tell me what to do. My man would never. She does not have a man to tell her what to do. An imaginary person can't tell her what to do. Use your brain, sis. You landed a husband for a reason. Listen to him, cherish him, obey him, and you will not lose him. But these women that come around clowning you and telling you you don't need to listen to your man, they don't have a man. They should learn from you.
There's no sound.
Hey, I could have I should have let my Muslim sister set the whole edge. My back, I'm good. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here with some coffee. Shit. I'm good. Bye-bye. Bye.
I mean, that is true. I don't think that a lot of times women who are not married, they do give advice to women that isn't the best advice because they're not in the same situation, you know? So I wouldn't want someone who's not, you know, booed up to be telling me what to do with mine because, you know, sometimes misery loves company. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
He says, that's why I need you, Cass, so you can represent. Why you going fast? Go back to that one so I can read it. I need the bag from you, Cat. See, this is what we're talking about. You're supposed to be saying, I want to create more bags with you. Now I want your bags.
I want to. Why can't I wear my cornrows?
I know, right? I went to a corporate event, and I'm not even kidding. I had braids. Last year, I had braids, and I put it up in a bun, and I walked in there like Wakanda meets whatever. And, it is what it is. That was the first time I've ever went to an event where I felt comfortable, wearing my braids.
Hey, Zendaya makes cornrows and all of that look good in red carpets. Why not a corporate event?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it takes like that courage. You know how you sometimes are like the systematic racism that we experience sometimes causes us to not be our authentic self or not want to be authentic with ourselves, right? Because we're like, they may not accept this because I'm different or whatever. And you have to kind of just say, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and it is what it is. So they blasting these things up there fast. The dudes just left and fell off, so I guess it's just us girls.
No, we letting y'all have it. This the new. Hey, we might have to start a new tribe night, like new tribe ladies. You know what I mean? This is y'all night. You know what I mean? Because y'all be the one. See, y'all can handle the fire. Y'all can stay and handle the conversation. We have some of the ladies. They be like, nah, I ain't with that conversation. I ain't trying to get. Because it can get too. You know what I mean? And you need someone that can like, no, we need to have the dialogue. But let's. Have the convo. And,
Right.
I think, other than what a woman can bring to the table with our last video, what do y'all think about that? I know y'all guys want to talk about some more, but Miss Karma just got in here. What's up, Miss Karma?
Hi, hello everybody.
Hey, Miss Karma.
I enjoyed the show. I did.
As women, do you guys believe that you can get married and have a man without having to sleep with him before you get married?
Yes.
Biz doesn't believe that a man will marry you if you stop putting out.
No, I didn't say that. No, I never said that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, I never said no. That's not what I said at all. I never said if you stop putting out. I said, shit, if you want to be real, a man would know if he want to marry you within the first year. It don't take you 5 years. So if you with a nigga for 5 years, obviously he ain't got intentions to marry you, right? So that should let you know. And I would never tell a woman not to get married. I would tell a woman to make sure that she's really into this man, and this man has her best interest for the longevity of their lives.
Right.
And that's something that women don't think about. They don't think about the longevity. They're infatuated with the right now moment. And right now, I feel good. I feel heavenly. I feel special because I'm getting married, and no one is going to stop my name. But a man would know. What I said was a man will put down his preferences for a particular woman. She could be and this is the perfect example. She could be overweight, but have the right attitude over a woman who has the baddest body, has a fucked up attitude.
That's
a nigga,
facts.
what?
That's
facts. I haven't seen too many men like that. I guess the guys in my circle, they have a type, and they're not going with certain type of people that's not their type. Period. They don't even care.
Right, but
can't even get aroused and all this kind of stuff.
Right. But that type comes with a certain attitude, Miss Cat. You're not asking those guys, what are the attitudes of these women? Right? When you ask them, then it's a total different conversation. Different conversation.
Yeah, but we weren't talking about that. We were talking about girls who are putting out. And you guys were saying that, guys wouldn't marry a girl who doesn't put out. And I'm saying veto. Girls, we need to stop putting out until you get that ring.
Biz hit it right on the head though. When he said they know within the first year. They don't have to, they can have sex with you, of course, if that's what you preference, or if you don't. If they're willing to wait for that, then they'll wait for it if you're worth it. If they want to build whatever they're going to build with you. But I don't think the sex, it plays a major part. It definitely plays a major part, but I still think you can make it happen without it. But then maybe that's fantasy for most.
It's not fantasy. It's like, if I'm telling, like we were talking about, the video was talking about, do women have anything to offer other than sex. And I'm like, if more women would stop putting out sex, men would see other things in us than just sex.
That's right.
Like, they wouldn't look at us as sexual objects. They would look at us like, oh wow, she would be a good partner. Oh wow, she's very bright. Oh wow,
right, she can see outside of the physical.
Yes.
Hey, Miss Cat, you know, yeah, it's kind of like a little too late for that. You know,
it's never too late.
Half of the women, I'm just seeing on what these eyes be seeing, like half the women, look what they be promoting on social media. They be half naked.
Not everybody.
Because why? Because you guys love it. Because you guys give them attention.
Look,
because they've normalized that already. That's why you see all of that. If it wasn't normalized, then you wouldn't be seeing that.
Look, you know what's so crazy? Like, no, yeah, it is men watching that type of shit. Just long as it's women that's watching that type of shit too.
Facts.
So it ain't just men that's watching this shit. It's women watching this shit too.
I don't know why a woman be watching some other woman looking
just like because y'all be taking notes, y'all not gonna sit up here and
watching her style, her hair color.
Yeah, in the real life, just like men do. Y'all taking notes in y'all mental. Y'all taking notes. Oh, I might look good in this. I might look good in that. Let me try this. Let me try that. Like, stop it.
Well, guess what? Y'all can help the cause, Jay. You know what you can do? You can put pictures up on your website of women fully dressed and say, this is sexy to me. Why don't all the men start doing that? Putting up, girl, this is sexy to me.
Because guess what? Like, if you don't look good in that motherfucking sexy ass church dress, I'm not gonna say that shit. Why would I even? You look horrible.
I know. Put myself all in. Look, right.
Hey,
put
what you
myself
trying to
in
say? If a girl's fully dressed, she ain't cute.
No, I'm saying
No,
it ain't.
see,
It's
no,
how you
nobody-
rock it. It ain't the dress. It's how you rocking it. If you look good in that motherfucker, then I'm gonna tell you look good in it. If you look horrible, I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna like your picture.
Right.
Well, I say you put up pictures. You like pictures, and you put up pictures that women are fully dressed, not with their booty cheeks hanging out, and then you spread the whole like, you know, you start this movement of black men and women spreading like fully dressed, sexy people.
This ain't the era that we living in. That ain't the era. We ain't living in that era. Like, it's over that. It's like, that's why I said it's a wrap. It's over with. It's already.
You guys, no, it's not a wrap. We can start today.
Miss Cat, listen.
I'm gonna post up a picture of a guy with a suit on. I'm gonna say, "Oh, he's sexy." So y'all can understand. Y'all need a dress with suits on, not with y'all pants hanging down.
I wish more men would wear suits. That would be. I wish more men would be wearing suits.
Man, look. If we look, no, see, don't do that. See, hold on, smooth. See, look, they be saying shit that they don't want. They don't want that.
No. Hold on.
Something you don't. So check this out. Okay, cool. You want a man in a suit? You go get a man in a suit.
Yes,
you know what's gonna
do.
happen? Every other female that see your man in that suit is gonna
every
want
day.
him. You know what I mean?
Who wants somebody that nobody wants?
We're talking about every woman want a man in a suit, right? And especially if that shit tailored and he making that shit look nice. Please.
Okay.
And he's gonna get a certain type of woman because a certain type of woman likes a man in a suit.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Man. A whole different vibe.
I told y'all
She said, "Men love to say
young
father
boy.
shit, and their father be messed up. Father be messed up."
True.
I was talking about if your father has your father helped you picture, or your brother, or your somebody like a male figure in your family that helped you pick your dude. And I'm pretty sure that's what we was talking about earlier. Like if your male siblings or family members helped you pick your guy, you would have a better chance.
Why is this man saying, Walt, why are you saying that we don't want y'all in suits? You just heard 3 women say we love it. So y'all don't be listening. That's the problem.
Thing is, y'all don't want to. No, I was saying y'all don't want to
just said, yes, we love it. He said, y'all don't want that. And we're like, we just said we do.
Well, look, I said y'all don't want that because if I was in the suit, Miss Cat, I'd be looking too fucking good. And y'all be like,
what's wrong with that?
You know what I mean? I'm gonna get hunted down. You know what I mean?
Oh
I'm get hunted down. I'm
It
at a
don't
lazy
matter
night
if
in
you
the corner of the bushes.
taken.
I'm gonna be like, damn, babe, get it.
Okay, just put them in their place and be like, nah, I got mine. Don't worry about what the hell I'm doing.
Like, hold on, honey. You like
She
this?
said, stop, Biz. Pump the brakes. All I know is that it's better to you have to dress the part
if they know he's faithful, they'll really be chasing him.
I know, right? I know, Miss. Look, you got it, Carver. Yeah, exactly.
I look good in the suit. You hear me?
See, Trisha said, "Speak, cat." I hope these men are paying attention to us tonight, because
I perform a suit.
Cat, she thinks like you, Cat. She's a feminist.
I am not a feminist by any means.
Troublemaker.
I'm a realist. I try to help women, you know, filter out these little guys that ain't worth our time. Like, you know, you want to be married.
Business trying to get a hand in the back of his head. That's why. Business trying to get a hand in the back of his head. That's why.
He all talking about, I ain't wearing no suit, but I will wear a suit because y'all be chasing me. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, if Biz wore a suit, man, y'all be like, God damn, I didn't know he looked like that. Cool shit.
We double dog dare you to wear a suit next Monday, both of y'all.
Rib cage, that's ridiculous.
Next what?
We double dog dare you guys to wear a suit.
Got
a rib cage in a V shape.
I'm just saying, so we can actually see if you actually know how to clean up, or is it all sloppy and the shoulder pads are hanging off the end?
I ain't gonna do that.
Hold on.
Why you say
how to clean up? We look a hot mess. Every Monday, we must look a hot mess. But she said we must clean up nice. Like, damn, we look a hot mess every Monday. Man, let me check my shit. Damn.
I'm just saying, because you know, guys, really y'all wear y'all suits sometimes in the shoulder, like the pads be bigger than what your body is.
And you know,
it looks sloppy, and you don't know.
It be looking like Herman
Biz, you hear this, Biz? You hear this shit, Biz? What? And it's funny because me and you talked the other morning, fool. But you hear what Miss Cat talking about right now, and we talked about some other stuff the other morning.
Wait, about me?
Hey, don't even trip, Miss Cat. Mind your business.
Wait, what was y'all talking about? Me? Y'all better be talking about how you wear my hats and stuff.
Yeah. We just know that when we do it, it's gonna be such an element that, you know what I mean? Because, you know, when men do things, it's, you know, we step the bar up that much higher. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But you know, it happens, you know what I mean? Ladies, you're gonna get your men in the suit.
Go ahead.
I'm just letting y'all know, sometimes y'all be asking for trouble. Not even knowing, you just gotta put a protection glove on that.
Telling y'all this now. Yep, I'm coming next Monday. Friday. It's
Trouble.
Don't say that and don't, because everybody is watching and they will be tuning in to make sure you come. All I know is if you got shoulder blades or shoulder things that's like messed up, I'm just gonna look down. All y'all gonna see is me looking down like.
hey, Miss Cat, you ain't never seen me on the show with my taco meat showing?
He said
a suit. You did not say it with your little endowment or whatever you got going on.
Not the taco meat.
Yeah, I be having like a little taco meat going right here. You know what I mean? It be a little
hamburger meat all out. Yeah,
it be there. It be there. I be trying to get my little Rico Suave on.
He said taco meat.
I'm bad.
All of them mud.
Calm down, Papi Chulo.
Hey. That's all I know.
Rico Suave.
So the women have basically solidified that we do have more to offer than just punani. So
do you?
Yes, everybody on here said yes.
1 minute. The next minute.
The next cat do. Don't make me come with my little natural hair, and I come with my little.
It'd be like watching Biz and Cat on Mondays and just emotional damage. She said, if my father were alive, he definitely would have been in my ear about my love life. Yes, you damn right. I'm telling you, Miss Carmen, that's it. Miss Carmen, can you speak more on that though?
Yeah.
Because we need more women to speak on that. Because women need. Go ahead.
Be on the spot on
have
that.
women on here, you guys.
The reason why I say that is because I'm a daddy's girl. So, and my daddy was cool as a fan. So whatever he said, I knew it was law. It was just, that's what it was. He was just one of those people that he's going to give me the truth. He would have definitely been involved in my life as far as the last couple of relationships. Definitely the last one, for sure. You need that encouragement right there. He gonna tell you the truth about a man, and that's game. You can't beat that.
Absolutely.
You can't beat that.
It's the same thing like parenting. The mother, you need the mother to do the motherly things and the father to do the fatherly things. And that's why there's that balance. That way
I hear New York swing and New Jersey or New York accent here.
Who?
Somebody sounds like they're from the East Coast.
Oh, that's Riri. That's Miss Riri.
Oh, okay.
Riri got that
I heard soda.
New York beat.
I love it. My family's from out there.
She be punching on shit.
Don't even try it.
Hey, that's what Mr. Get Bad said. He said,
"Yeah,
out here punching on shit."
Right?
Y'all better
stop hitting me.
Yeah,
stop hitting me.
She's gonna pop you in the head if you get out of line.
Well, I just hope men are listening because it is very important that a man be in his daughter's, like, give his daughter advice about men. And it's so important that a man doesn't show his daughter a raggedy example of what a man is. And that's a key thing because if women are seeing their dads raggedy and being a cheater and being like a liar and conniving, they can't expect their daughters to want something different because that's all they saw.
Right, and that's the only reason why I said a man can give a woman advice, because I'm quite sure there's some women out here that got good, solid advice from their dad, their brother, their male cousin, somebody. Because had it not been that way, we don't know exactly what we're dealing with half the time, because men are men and women are women, and we roll different.
Well, I think the scariest thing too is that when you see a woman who was raised by men who were not right, who were dirty, and who were like, trying to get by and all this kind of stuff, they have that same mentality. And then they treat men like that. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get what's mine. And I'm gonna do this and that because that's what they saw, and that just messes up the whole dynamic. Because now women are trying to be men and they're trying to make sure that that man doesn't take advantage of them like they saw their dad doing to other women. So be good papas, men. Be good daddies. But only a man with a clear vision can see that. Yeah, that's true. Jay quiet.
Man, because I was back here.
You trying to find an outfit for next week.
No, I'm not. Oh, me? What?
He said, I stay ready.
Yeah. My shit, yeah. Hey, stop this fact because I'm a different whole breed and no, don't do that. Let me it's time.
Only a man with a clear vision can say that. Hit that D. What's that mean?
You're muted. Hit that D?
Yeah, it's like, what's that mean?
Wait,
I ain't falling for none of that. I ain't falling for nothing. I'm not falling for shit on my mama. Nope, because I don't know why I smelled this nigga Biz was gonna hit that. These nuts. I don't know why I felt like he was gonna do that.
Biz would never do nothing like that.
I know, right.
We don't know that.
These nuts.
We already know.
These nuts.
Is that a soundbite?
Uh-oh.
Okay, why didn't the ladies comment on this thing tonight about
what?
We have more to offer than just our sex.
Has come.
Walton came up in here.
The night has come.
Why is no one why can't we see anybody?
So, Miss Cat, I want to know what were you saying that we didn't comment about? What are you talking about?
Oh, so before we got into After Hours, we were talking about the whole premise of tonight was what else can we bring to the table other than no sex? Like, so say women say, okay, we don't want to have sex anymore. Like, what else can we bring to the table? So I guess he was trying to imply that we don't have anything else to bring to the table besides that.
No, that's not what I got out of it. What I got out of it is he was just basically saying, like, okay, everybody knows their purpose. So if I already know my purpose and I'm doing my job and you're coming up in here, then what are you bringing to the table? Are you doing your job?
That's real facts right there.
But the crazy thing is oftentimes I don't think both people come with the same level of purpose.
Nobody ever comes with the same level of purpose.
And that's what makes it difficult. Because if you have a purpose, you have a drive, and he doesn't. But he's a sweet guy.
It's not difficult at all. There's nothing difficult about it. It's all about how you can work together.
Right.
But what if you can't? What if you're saying, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z. How can you help me? And they're like, well, I mean, I don't really know about that. I'm really, I'm just saying, what do you need me to do? You're like,
you say what you feel.
I'm just saying everybody's not on the same level when it comes to that.
You say what you feel. You say what they say what they feel. And if y'all can't provide that, then what are you doing with it?
Right.
What are you doing with it?
But ladies, do we dismiss a man if he's not on the same level as us, but everything else works well? Like he's a great person. He's a great.
You don't dismiss because he's not on the same level. You work with him.
Yeah, that conversation has to be had.
I think there's some. So I think that's when the level that you start trying to grow with the person that you're with. If you're not trying to grow with them, and at that point he or she isn't trying to be on the same level as you, then there might be that chance that you might just have to move on and go to something new.
Right.
That's so bad.
Everything don't stay together all the time.
Look, if one partner is not willing to make a sacrifice or willing to do something that helps the situation or helps the relationship, then what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
Right.
What are we doing? More important,
it's a hard pill to swallow. I mean, I've never been the weakest link, so I couldn't say how that feels to be that person, but there's a lot of them out there.
No, but that's only two pills to swallow. That's a red pill and a blue pill. Which one you want?
That also can go for self. Because I mean, let's really be honest about the situation. Don't come in here asking me what I'm doing and what I'm bringing and don't ask me nothing about what I'm doing. Make sure you're on point for what you're doing. As long as people take accountability for what their actions are and what they're doing and what your intentions are when you're doing what you're doing. For example, like if you're going out, some people go out to the bar because they want to go to the bar and they just want to pick somebody up real quick or whatever. That was their intention. But if you know your intention is to actually make a road and create something that's going to be something, then make sure you know what you are and what you're offering before you get on that road. You're not going to take a road trip in the car unless it got an oil change. You're not going to get on the road unless you got a map and know where you're going. So we just have to teach our kids to know what they're doing and where we're going. That no matter what's going on, it ain't real. What you see on TV, all that, a lot of that's just entertainment. Value yourself and value who and what you are.
Matter of fact, okay, let's put it this way. You know what you want, right?
I do today. Yes, I do.
Today? You know what you wanted yesterday?
I know what I want today.
You know what you wanted yesterday?
It could have been different yesterday. Every day is a new day.
Nasty. No, I'm playing.
I know what I don't want.
I'm playing.
Right.
No, I'm just saying that's just true because you know what? We change, we grow every day. We should be.
Yeah,
we should be growing every day. Not that everything about us will change, but we should be growing every day. We should be different than we were a year ago. We should have grown. We should have learned something new.
We grow every day. But this is the thing. if you know what you want, then there should be nothing that stops you. You know what I'm saying? If there's someone that's not meeting that, then what the fuck are you doing? Are you gonna
Yeah,
stop what you?
I don't think anybody should base their life on if someone's not meeting their need. They should be grinding for themselves. Like the best people to get in relationships are with other people that are happy.
I'm not gonna say, are you gonna stop your goals? Are you gonna stop your objectives because somebody else is not meeting your requirements?
Me personally, I mean, I don't. I have to be with people who are like same goal oriented, or they're trying to say, look, I'm rocking with
If
you.
you're the same goal oriented, then you ain't going nowhere. Are you gonna be with the same people that have the same objectives? You don't have. Matter of fact, they don't have to be the same objectives.
Yeah.
Are you gonna deal with somebody that wants to complete objectives? Fuck a goal. A goal ain't shit. Once you complete that goal, what you gonna do? What's your next step? Where you going after that?
I don't know what y'all doing. I'm gonna be sipping something at the beach, chilling, because my goal here is to like please God and to die. Like everything else is just fluff. That's just me though.
Let me repeat this again.
Simplicity.
After you complete your goal, what are you doing?
If you completed your goals, you should be satisfied, unless you want to attain another goal. Like a goal could be, I want to get my master's degree and get a full-time job doing whatever. If you've done that, then you need to be content. Now, if you have other goals, great, but not everybody has a goal after a goal after a goal after a goal, you know?
But you should.
There's no goal after goal after goal. A goal is the end. You have your objectives. You complete your objectives. Objective is to reach a goal, but once you reach that goal, there is nowhere else to go.
Exactly. So you better enjoy the ride up.
After your objectives, you deal with your objectives. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Deal with the objectives.
You can't just set a goal and just be like, okay, that's it. You have to set a goal, you have to have an objection, and you have to have a basic rough draft on exactly what you want to do.
Right.
You have to have it's like a story. When you write a story, you have your intro, you have your beginning, your middle, and your end, and your conclusion. Mm-hmm. So once you know what your goal is and your objectives are, then it's okay. Now you can format it. Write it down on a piece of paper. Where do I want to be in 6 months from now? What do I want my bank account to look like? Am I satisfied in my job? Where am I going? And then also self-notes.
No, my bad. Go ahead, Rick.
No, that was it. I was just saying self-notes.
No, I cut you off. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's okay.
But when you were a kid, they told us to write our goals down.
They did. And they lied.
And it's important when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You saying they dumb.
They lied.
Well, tell me something new.
I said goals are dumb because a goal is the simplest way to fail. See, if you set a goal and you don't achieve it, you ruin your self-esteem. If you set a goal and you do achieve it, congrats. But what if you could have done more? D-Wade, we all do something like this. At 26, I want to be married. At 28, Twitch, I want to have kids. By 30, I want to own a home. But what happens when you're 31 and you have none of those things? Now you start to question yourself. I no longer believe in goals. I believe in setting an objective with no limitations, because a goal is an end towards which energy is aimed. But why in the world would I start something with the end in mind?
As you can see, it's a knowledge bank right here. This brother is doing it.
I disagree with him.
What?
I do.
Facts, cat. Those are.
Yeah, well, I believe that if you don't plan to succeed, you'll plan to fail. So I just don't have his same philosophy. I believe that most people need to have a goal. And if you don't reach your goal by a certain time, you still strive to reach your goal. And then once you've achieved that goal, you create new goals. But to say not to have a goal at all, to me, that's crazy. My whole life has been on goals.
Let me say this. So let's say your goal is to get $2,000, right?
To what?
You get $2,000. So you get you get that 2,000. You just met your goal.
Yeah, and then the next thing should be, okay, I reached this goal. Let me set another goal. Now that you know you can achieve that, now I can do even more.
You should have, but see, okay, matter of fact, let's go bigger. Your goal is to make 200 million, right? That's your goal. Your goal is for 200 million. Now you know that takes a lot of work. So you're doing all this work. You don't never meet that 200 million. Though.
But what if you meet 1 million?
That's 1 million. Did you meet your goal?
But you did something more than nothing, because if you don't have a goal, you're not shooting for anything at all, then where do you end up, right? If you shoot for something and you don't meet it, now you say, okay, I made 1 million. Now I know how to make this 1 million. Let me get around people who can help me get to 2 million. But to not have a goal at all, you're never going to even make 1 million.
But if you made that 1 million, did you meet your goal of 200 million?
You didn't, but you're heading towards your goal.
No. You did not. You didn't reach your goal, regardless.
You set the
objective. Your objective, your goal is 200 million, right? Your objective is to make that 1 million. You made that 1 million. Now you got your next objective. Your next objective is let me get to 200 million. The next objective after that is let me get 500 million. The next objective after that, I need 10 million. The next, you know what I'm saying? You going through your objectives to reach your goal.
Yeah, so I mean, I just don't agree with his philosophy. I believe that you should have goals and you should try to strive to meet your goals. And then once you've achieved it, you make a new set of goals and strive for more.
He's not saying not to have a goal.
He did. He said don't have goals. He did say that. Play the tape.
Listen, he's not necessarily saying don't have a goal.
But when you're a kid,
he did say don't have goals.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Play.
But when you're a kid, they told us to write our goals down.
They did, and they lied.
And it's important when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You said they dumb.
They lied.
Well, tell me something new.
I said goals are dumb because a goal is the simplest way to fail. See, if you set a goal and you don't achieve it, you ruin your self-esteem. If you set a goal and you do achieve it, congrats. But what if you could have done more? D-Wade, we all do something like this. At 26, I want to be married. At 28, Twitch, I want to have kids. By 30, I want to own a home. But what happens when you're 31 and you have none of those things? Now you start to question yourself. I no longer believe in goals. I believe in setting an objective with no limitations, because a goal is an end towards which energy is aimed. But why in the world would I start something with the end in mind?
He's just as off as he is. Like, that didn't even make any sense. He literally said, don't have a goal, and that's stupid.
No.
That's what he said.
He literally just said.
That's what he said.
A goal is an end. You setting a goal for the, you're ending it. You set the goal. Once you
Did y'all hear
goal,
what I heard? Man said don't have goals, and he said when they were told to make a goal as a kid, they lied to us.
You set objectives, you're steady going. You have objective with no limitations.
That's still a
right.
goal.
An objective with no limitations, which means you're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep going. You reach this objective, now you got the next objective. Then you got the next objective. Then you got the next objective. When you reach that goal, you already reached your goal. You have no other.
Well, I think that setting a goal doesn't mean you have to stop there. That's a mindset. Like, if you have a goal to reach a certain amount of something at a certain time and you've reached it, that doesn't mean you have to stop there. Those are just
known as that goal.
I don't know. I live my life with goals, and I've been very successful at it. So I don't agree with him saying don't set goals.
You was living your life with goals. But what you don't, okay, you think you was living your life with goals, but you was actually living your life with objectives. Let me
No, I had set goals.
Hold on, let me take you back just a few minutes ago. You were just mentioning about reaching a certain level of, you got $1 million, and then now you want to try to reach 2 million. You started speaking about objectives. not the goal. You wasn't speaking about reaching.
I think we're
200
saying
million.
the same thing.
We said 200. The goal. We were talking about
the way you're defining objectives is the same definition as goals. It's still there's still a mark that you're trying to get to.
You said you we were talking about 200 million, right, Kat? We said the goal is 200 million. You said, well, what if you make $1 million? Then you're gonna look at it and say, hey, I need to make 200 million. You were speaking about reaching objectives. So
and I love you, but I disagree.
You were speaking objectives. You wasn't speaking about the goal because what if you never reach that goal?
There's a lot of people that aren't going to reach their goal, but they should die trying. If that's what you really desire from your life, you should die trying.
And that's why you do objectives. Because at least you can reach your objectives.
If that works for you, I love it.
It works for you too.
That's fact.
But for all y'all who want to have goals, it's so good to write it down and have a vision board. And as you reach your goals, you mark them off and you create new ones.
Now, I would say there's nothing wrong with having a goal, but having an objective within that goal. Don't just look at the goal.
You can't have a goal without a plan. That's true.
You always want to have you want to reach your objectives. Because you try to just reach the goal. 9 out of 10, but I ain't going to say 9 out of 10. 3 out of 10, should I say. 3 out of 10, you're not going to reach that goal.
No, if you have a goal and you don't have a plan to get to that goal, you're not going to reach it. It's like saying I want to lose 20 pounds, but you don't go to the gym. You're never going to reach that goal.
That's why you do objectives. Your objective is to lose so many pounds within a certain amount of time. You do that. You go for your objectives. You work on your objectives to reach the goal.
Trish said that's why I'm single and it's all good, and that's not what he said. This. I don't know what that means. So what are you guys thinking? Carmen or who's on here? Ray? Karma? What are you guys thinking about what he's saying? Do you agree not to have goals or have goals? Talk to me, girls.
He's not saying he's not saying not to have a goal.
It's karma.
Karma.
Yes.
I'm Ray.
You know what? No.
I'm sorry. Guys, I think your name.
End goal is the same. I think that no.
No what?
Yeah, I was like, wait, you think that what? And she just said no, and that was it.
Speak your mind. Come on now. Come on out with it, Karma. We hear you. We listen.
I'm sorry, y'all. I have my phone is going on one thing, my laptop is doing another. I'm trying to hear y'all. I apologize. But I think the end goal for what Walter's saying is the same as what you're saying. There's no ceiling. The goal is to be able to succeed at whatever it is that your purpose is. And you should die trying doing that. I'm on the fence on not having the goals, because having a vision board is setting the goal. Yes. Whether it's with intention or not, you're still putting it out there. You're writing the plan out and you're making it plain.
Write the vision.
I'm just saying.
But this is the thing. What he's saying is, okay, you have your goal. You don't meet your goal, you start feeling down.
You don't. No, you don't.
No. Can't. Hold on. I knew you were going to try to say no.
Because everybody don't feel down if they don't meet their goal. That just makes them challenge them to do more.
Some people
do feel some kind of way.
A lot of people do. But I'm not going to say some. I'm going to say most people will feel down.
I know I have.
They go. It could take 10, 15 years and they don't meet their goal and they will be down on it.
Yeah.
And that's most.
Right. Which is why some
You know what I'm
people
saying?
don't even take a chance because they're
But
scared.
if you have objectives, you will reach your objective and you will be happy because you met your objectives.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, I didn't reach that goal.
That's true.
But I completed that objective.
In other words, it's simple. A plan B. If plan A don't work out, you better have a plan B.
Well, you're continuously working towards it anyway, so regardless, it's gonna just kind of blend. Just you're learning and growing at the same time. Can't help but to achieve the vast majority of what you're striving for if you're doing it with purpose.
You get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
It's better to have an objective. It's not saying don't have a goal, but it's better to have an objective. Reach your objective, because you can reach your objectives. You might not reach all your objectives, but you have a level of objective. There ain't no levels of a goal. Your goal is your goal. That's the end. You got to the end of the line. But your objective is unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
You reach your objective. You have levels of your objective. You going up levels of it. So you keep reaching each objective. It's like, hey, man, I completed that. You have more motivation because you met your objective. It gives you more motivation.
Or say, like, for
have more
example,
happiness.
Yeah,
it's true.
Or say, like, for an example,
she don't care.
Your
She's
goal.
going to.
I mean, I look at life a lot differently because I look at it in a spiritual sense. So to me, I'm like,
definitely,
say you care.
It's definitely.
Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say I care.
Huh?
Just say I care. Just say it.
No, I care about goals. I definitely care about goals.
No.
No.
Leave that part out. Just say I care.
I can't hear him. It's so low. Turn your volume up.
No.
No.
I think at the end of the day, though, the goal is to achieve.
Right.
You want the outcome to be the best, whether it be worded as a goal or objective.
Yeah, whatever wording you use, at the end of the day, your life, like our purpose is supposed to be to give, God glory, right? So whatever is to happen, we should be content in it anyways. It shouldn't be something where we're like, oh my God, I didn't make 20 million. I'm going to kill myself. No, he is supposed to kind of direct you.
You said the goal
I said it's in his timing anyway.
Yeah, he's supposed to guide and direct us. And if he does that, we're going to have exactly what we need at the time that we need it, when we need it. Sometimes he doesn't give us what we need because we're not ready.
So do you give Jesus glory?
You
said the goal is to give God glory, right? So do you give
because
Jesus
everything
glory?
we gain, everything we achieve is for his glory, right? So we should always be content with whatever we gain.
So do you give Jesus glory?
For what I have? Yeah.
Yeah. But the Bible says that Jesus said, don't praise him. Give the glory to his Father.
Well, I believe that Jesus is God, so.
You believe Jesus is God. So you
Yeah,
believe Jesus was on the earth. So you do know that the letter J wasn't created.
We got to go. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
He did say that. He did say,
saying.
hey, don't worship me. Worship thee who created me.
And he just spoke the actual words. I was paraphrasing, and he just okay.
Well, in Genesis 1:1, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh." So, yeah.
So the Word became flesh.
Yes, Genesis. Read it.
So
I believe that Jesus is God. He's not not God.
Jesus wasn't mentioned in Genesis.
It said in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word became
Jesus wasn't
flesh.
mentioned in Genesis.
Jesus just your big homie. That's it.
What did he say?
Jesus just the big homie. That's it. That's just Jesus, just the big homie. That's just it. He ain't the big dog. That's just the big homie.
Hey, Kat, you do know that the letter J was created in the late 1500s, right?
I don't care when it was created.
You do know that in the late in 1580s to the 1590s that the word the name Jesus was first heard of in those years. It was never before then.
That doesn't change anything. That's just like them. Everybody saying we're the original Israelites. That doesn't matter. That's not going to keep you in heaven or not.
There was no letter J, so actually it changes everything.
Oh God, that's a whole nother show.
Oh, Miss Cass, she said, "Oh God."
Yeah, because I'm like, that's a whole nother show. Philosophies and different philosophies of man is what it is.
That's not philosophy. That's actually just speaking facts of there was no letter J. The lowercase j.
If you don't believe in Jesus, so be it. I do.
I never said I didn't believe in Jesus. I just said I'm just telling you something.
Me too. Same here now. Don't think I know.
I believe in that blue-eyed blonde hair white man.
What he's saying about the name.
I believe in sweet baby Jesus.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
So Miss Cat, can you hear me, Miss Cat?
Yes.
Okay, so my objective is not to change your mind. My goal is to help you understand a little bit from a different perspective. So if my goal is to open a store and I finally get the loan and open my store and I want to have a shoe store, but there's problems with the shoes, my objective is to still be successful anyway. So now I might have to start selling curtains because I still want to have a successful store, which was my goal.
Okay. I say rock with it if it works for you. I'll support you.
That doesn't make sense to anybody.
Does
that make sense to anybody?
Yes, ma'am, it does. That was hey, you just threw some gems. That was a gem right there. Kat,
I will purchase your shoes though if they're nice.
You understood that.
And you have size 11s.
Kat, you just don't want to. You understood what you said. You just don't want to agree with it. I see it in your face. I see it. I see you.
I'm all about whatever her goal is and whatever she's trying to achieve. I'm gonna support it as long as it's positive. However she gets there. Where's everybody?
Let's go back to the first one, Miss Cat. Remember, listen. My goal is not to change your mind. I don't want to change your mind. I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your different perspective. So my goal is not to change your mind, but my objective is to at least have you understand.
Yeah. I feel you.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
My objective is how you spend your money.
He said, Miss Cat, don't let that Valley Girl come out. Valley Girl.
Valley.
Yeah, we got all off subject. We were talking about sex and what we bring other than good sex, and we start talking about the Lord.
Oh shit. I missed all that thing. I'm late. Hold on. So what was about good sex?
No, it's about what we bring other than that. What do you bring other than that? Like, what do men bring to the table other than that? What do women bring to the table other than that?
Yes. What do women bring to the table other than
Well,
that?
we just had 2 hours of showing y'all what we bring. We still waiting on y'all to tell us what y'all bring.
Ourselves.
Oh, okay, thanks. We need more than that.
Well, we do what we We do what we do. We're gonna handle us. We're gonna make sure we do what we gotta do. We're gonna take care of ourselves. We're gonna take care of our life. We're gonna take care of kids if we have them. If a man has kids, family, whatever, we're gonna handle that. One thing is this: you gotta understand that this statistics that shows the statistics shows that a family usually breaks up from a woman. A man would literally try to work it out for the kids. He would literally try to work it out for the kids and would take responsibility over everything. Not only that, you have it also men that would take responsibility for kids that's not his. Please tell me the women that takes responsibility for kids is not hers.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not saying that men don't take, like, they don't have anything to offer. I think that men do. But
Are you saying
sometimes men put too much on sex?
Are you saying there's no good stepmothers?
What you say, Spool? Oh, what?
I was saying, Walt, I know a few women that have, bro.
That's a few.
That have what?
Please tell me the ratio. Give me a percentage on that.
The ratio of what?
Out of
Nah, bro,
20
that's
women
low.
and 20 men.
Bro, it's low. I ain't gonna even argue. Bro, it's low.
Okay.
I don't argue. Bro,
You can't bring up a low number.
Wow, we love you. He's like, you can't bring up a low number. We don't know what that number is. I don't know.
I didn't get to hear what he said.
We know.
Well, Jay, are you popping back on?
Yes, they popping back.
You know, it's 12 o'clock. It's past my beauty sleep.
Whoa.
So,
hey, you know what?
I'm gonna
been on since forever. She's on to 12. Give her the hand claps.
9:30 with no lunch break.
Boom, throw the hand claps. She was on it to 12.
Well, I'm gonna sign off now, but love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Hey, bro, you muted. You muted, bro.
Biz Entertainment, I know, huh? Biz Entertainment Network live event show. It's gonna be here on July. In July, we're gonna be live. It's gonna be dope. Y'all make sure y'all come out. We're gonna be posting tickets about that. The Tribe Nation, if you're already a member, you already have percentage off depending on what level of membership that you're at. If you're at the membership level at the $2, you're gonna get a 2% off, according to 5% and all the way up to the 10%. But it will be a dope event in July. It's going to be in LA. We're going to do the first one in LA. We do the second one in Vegas. But it's going to be dope. I can't wait to see y'all there. Y'all going to be hearing it more often. We starting the promo. There'll be ticket links. And thank y'all. Y'all have a great one. Appreciate y'all. Welcome, Tribe Nation. Love y'all, man. Tribe, I'm out. Gasmasktribe gang. Cheer.